So, most recently in our adventure, the Forsaken Winds uh, had ventured northwestward into the Emerald once again, departing from Mythindil, Grey's End, to escort Fennin and young Yuri to Wood Elves, home to Aenilad. The first day of travel ended with a long rest at the coast of the Arborlock, mostly finally leaving the bulk of the forest proper behind, and then you ventured another day west from there along the coast, finally nearing the location of Aenilad and the Elailor ruins, and pretty close to For's Hollow as well. Where along this coast you found a couple Durastian soldiers stocking supplies onto a boat, likely for transport back to For's Hollow. Some of you disguised yourselves as Durastians of different station and authority uh, before approaching them and surprising them with a deceptive surprise attack. And after that conflict, before cutting down the final soldier, they were able to get a yell of warning of some kind out into the atmosphere that likely was able to reach the ears of anyone near enough to hear that yell. Um, right after that moment, Jiri redisguised himself no longer as the Arc Knight, but rather that Durastine soldier, and armed himself with some basic knowledge given him by Toby via Speak with Dead. And that is where we pick back up now, right before evening or so, late in the day, on Morndas, the 11th of Evening Star. And first off, I would like to ask everyone specifically, where are all of you right now? Jiri is likely positioned close to wherever an oncoming person might be, but where's our 15-foot tall T-Rex and friends situating themselves?
Shoot.
Um, I think Toby would want to tell Rome we're gonna hide in the thickest part that this bit of trees has to offer before Toby would light his candle to shroud the trees in darkness. And I think it should be able to fully shroud all of us, or me and Rome, in darkness. Because is it nighttime-ish?
It's the sun is still out. There's a orange glow on the horizon. It is getting toward evening, but it is still daytime function. There's still daylight out. But you're actively lighting your candle right now in this moment to shroud you and whoever's near.
Yeah, so let's get like fully in the center of the tree area. And I don't want to be on top of Alfie, but something like that.
Before they get invisible, I just want to confirm with Toby the facts he told me. It was the guy's name was Devram.
Devron.
Devram.
He was just an infantryman.
And the Reaver is his commander.
Yep. They were here to raid supplies from the town and the surrounding area. And then we asked and we found out there's likely 8 more infantrymen.
Do we know what the nearest town is?
I mean, just the Wood Elven town of Aenilad, which is, the 2 people were trying to help take back their town. I don't know. I guess Force Hollow is fairly close.
All right. Before everybody starts hiding, really quickly, I'm just gonna ask. Oh, should I say? Who should I say is attacking? Like, who would be a likely suspect to attack? Like elves? Just the elves are attacking.
What if we just dragged the carcass of that thing and made it look like this T-Rex just raided and killed them, and it's just the T-Rex thing itself? And they'd go for the bait and just think a monster came. And then they wouldn't suspect us to be around if they just thought it was some big creature.
Okay, one big creature. A Soren. Wait, Rome, can you do wolf sounds?
Well, I'm in dino form, but I can't even talk to you.
But you can hear me, right?
I just blink at you.
Wait, Telperion, use your mental power. Ask Rome.
Oh, sure.
Wait, Jerry, do you need Do you need wolf sounds?
Well, I mean, we could pretend like Rome is that wolf. You know what I mean?
Oh.
We could pretend Rome killed the wolf and is eating it on the shore.
Okay, so Rome's gonna be out in the open.
Ooh,
Also, I think to Rome, Rome, can you think to me in the form you're in now?
Rome, as you hear Telperion press into your mind, it just sounds like a bunch of nonsense. And I'm looking up T-Rex stat block. It doesn't look like they have any known languages. So, and you are this creature. It's not quite like wild shape. So you
We
know
tried
he's
to
your
game
ally
that.
for whatever reason, but you just like probably cock your head like a dog.
Wait, did
might.
you wink at us? Is that what you said you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a winking T-Rex.
Okay, well, before long, you begin to hear motion off in the distance approaching you. Are you all hiding yourselves?
Critter, can you do me a favor? I am out of my Habidash thing. When you get it, you don't have to do it right now, but my character is still a Durastian. When you get a
Oh,
chance.
okay, you're dropping that form.
Yeah, I dropped that before. However tall this tree, how tall is this tree right here?
The palm tree above you is probably 12, 13 feet or so.
Sure. I am going to climb on top of it, and like try and perch on top so that I am like above the leaves, as like the
Okay.
top of the palm tree would be. And
Okay.
I'm hiding up there.
Okay. Anyone hiding, including our T-Rex friend, if you're hiding, you're gonna need to slouch your body a bit because the palm trees are not quite as tall as your form. But everyone, go ahead and give me a stealth check,
I don't
Yuri,
think
I said you.
except for Jiri.
Well, I don't think the T-Rex is hiding either. Didn't we say the T-Rex was gonna go to the shore and pretend to eat?
Is that what's happening?
Are we doing that plan, guys? Are we doing it? Rome.
Yeah, I'll slouch down off of Rome's back and give her a smack on the hind legs to go be menacing out there.
And I point at the wolf and say, drag the wolf over to the beach and pretend you're eating it.
All right, I trample on off to the carcass, start to consume it.
Okay.
Drag it to the beach. Oh, that way. Rome, drag it farther.
Okay, I drag it all the way to the beach, so the blood is kind of like in the
Okay.
water.
You begin to start dragging as this appears, as you can hear the approaching motion. The rest of you, can I have you guys roll stealth checks? I haven't seen that come through yet.
And I've got Telperion in the candle's darkness with me.
Okay.
And Alfie.
And obviously, Jiri does not need to roll stealth.
Oh, can I see in there?
Yes, I'm letting you see through.
Oh!
So do I have advantage if I'm unseen?
As we're
They would
shrouded in
have. They
darkness.
effectively cannot see you, but you don't have advantage on.
Okay,
that
I just didn't know how
check,
the
say.
candle works, but I got a 15 either way.
Stealth +2 +4. Is that a flash of genius activation?
I am
or-
flash of geniusing to
Okay.
make a stone that sounds like palm leaves, so my rustling blends in with the palm leaves.
Okay. I would also like Toby Rama to make a deception check.
That's over there, isn't it?
This is essentially determining how well you've utilized this magical darkness in this group of trees, or whether it looks like an opaque black dome. You think you found a good section of trees that is going to make this not
Heck yeah.
impossible.
Jiri, same code word, equipment inspection. Then we fight.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna work that one in, but
Figure it out.
You hear this rapid motion.
I right?
Yeah,
Am I
you're
right to
in
say
the
that I have a crossbow? Is that what? Am I like? Is that what?
You could have easily picked up a crossbow off the dead bodies that you guys had slain. So if you would like to be holding a heavy crossbow, you are more than welcome to.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Before long, you hear breaking tree cover and a hulking muscular form of one of those woven monstrosities breaks through the cover of some foliage, cracking along the way, and riding atop it is a muscular humanoid figure with matted auburn blonde fur covering every bit of visible body you can see beneath its patchwork hide and leather armor. It has a gnarled and tusked face that are exaggerated by its severe underbite. And the eyes, ears, and hair of this bugbear individual are particularly wild in their features. He has a crossbow slung over his back, and he's carrying a long pole axe at his side, tightly gripped in his hand as he and his mount slow their approach and lumber up to you, Jiri.
Oi, soldier! What is all the commotion?
I will like be. I'll have been like crouching down, like working on this crossbow, and like pretending like I'm hiding. Like maybe there's like a bush or something that I can sit behind, and I'll be like, over there. Come here, come quick. Be quiet. A ferocious beast attacked us.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check with advantage. And you hear the bugbear whisper down, Norak Granturuk, in some language you don't know. And the warg looks up and speaks back to its rider in the same language, and begins to move forward, pushing past you a bit.
I will like
and then
crouch walk with it.
Okay.
Like trying to keep up behind it. And I'll say, we tried attacking it from range with arrows and bolts, but it's armor. It's too thick. We're gonna have to get up close.
The warg quickly locks onto the scent of the dead warg being pulled off in the direction, and the rider looks with horror.
What is that beast?
Terrifying.
And then hears the snap of a twig over in a direction.
Does it have allies?
Not that I've seen.
Quick, we need to get to the others.
And he grabs the back of your scruff and tries to lift you up and start moving back in the direction toward where he came from. Are you attempting to wriggle out of that, or are you going to let him kind of place him?
I'm going to grab his arm to like camouflage, the feel, like squeeze it.
Yeah.
Right? And then I will just hop on the back behind him and grab onto this guy.
Quickly.
And ride on the warg behind him.
Yes, Ian.
You see Jiri disappear into the trees, riding on the back of this warg alongside a bugbear as they all disappear. What are all of you doing in this moment? As Jiri is mid-ride, what are you guys doing? How are you reacting?
We could have Rome follow as if it heard the sound of that walk, and then, we don't need to wait here.
I mean, I don't know. Do we give chase? Do we go out, or do we stay here and wait?
I think if
I don't
Rome
leave
slowly leads the
Jiri-
way.
I don't like leaving Jiri alone. I say we let Rome kind of lead a charge after it.
And we just follow behind Rome, and she'll mask our steps.
Because otherwise they will coordinate an attack and they'll be better served. But if we go get them mid whatever they're doing, we'd be able to surprise them.
I hop down from the tree, and like Jeff Goldblum, I grab a rock and I light it up, and I just start doing this at the T-Rex. To start getting
I wink at the
Rome's
T-Rex.
And I'll snuff out the candle for now.
And then I'll throw the light into the forest in the direction where Jiri.
Rome, fueled with beast blood, storms after Jiri.
Okay.
You hear really quickly. You
yeah.
hear Jiri as he's like disappearing from you guys. Oh boy, I really need to inspect this equipment really quickly.
There will be plenty of resupply available.
And you just continue to bound forward, but a couple seconds go by as you guys determine how to move forward, but then you're able to start giving chase. Are you going to try and be, most of you, are you going to try and be stealthy in your pursuit, or the T-Rex is probably just going to be bounding through the forest, I'm imagining, but what are the rest of you doing?
Yeah.
Just sprinting, following it?
At some sort of a range, because I don't think we can afford to fully stealth, but I think we'll want some distance to at least allow the T-Rex to give a distraction and not directly give attention to us.
30 feet behind the T-Rex.
And
okay,
yeah.
And why don't we all spread out like 20 feet from each other, so we're not clustered in a line? And if one of us gets pegged, the others won't have.
Like flank trailing.
Yeah.
The T-Rex.
How long does this last?
Does anyone have like a potion of invisibility or something, or just a spell? I'd throw on my cloak, but it wouldn't do any good. I need to attune it.
No,
the
best I can do is I can potentially blind a good number of them.
Let's say we're starting to walk into the woods as we're discussing this. Just
okay. As you guys quickly try and follow Rome's T-Rex form chasing after Jiri, Jiri, you arrive on this map first, but I'll move us all there. You begin to, well, I'll move us there in a minute. You break through canopy cover a bit, not canopy, but you pass through some brush, and you see motion off in the distance and a smattering of individuals, and mostly a swath of land that has been entirely burned away. Ashen trees with broken limbs and branches have fallen to the ground, and more noticeably, still smoking debris is everywhere. Scraps and planks of wood that have fallen from trees, likely from some structures that the trees once held. And you enter more swamp-like terrain as you're heading technically a little bit into the coast. This aligns with Fennin and Yuri's emphasis that they were lucky that their village was so swamp-based, or the fire might have spread even further. But you enter sort of a gathering zone of a few individuals, as many Durastian soldiers are picking through ruined building structures, as well as you see a few more bugbears and wargs throughout, and your rider just bounds up all the way to here and calls out to another larger bugbear on a heavily armored and iron barding warg, and calls out,
"Oi! This one has a tale to tell. There's some beast out on the coast. You, tell him what you told me."
And I will, I'm gonna stay on the bugbears. Does he look like, did he hop off of it?
He has not hopped off of it, no.
Okay. And I'll just speak and I'll say,
We were attacked out of nowhere. This beast, a monstrosity, 15 feet tall. It attacked. It killed everyone but me. I've seen it. The arrows do nothing against it. It seems as though swords may be better suited for fighting this foe. But getting close to it will be dangerous.
Were the rest of you lot killed?
The larger individual now questioning you.
Yes, they're all dead. I had to escape. And I was sent to go get help for the others, but I believe they've all been killed. I don't know, there could be some wounded.
Perhaps it's too late to check for wounded. You, get with the others. Will.
And as he's talking, you guys can hear the cracking tree limbs and boughs of the approaching dinosaur. And at that point, I think I'll go ahead and put on some music. As Rome's T-Rex form appears first, toward the bottom right of the map.
Oh shit! Everyone, heads up! Weapons at the ready! Reaver!
And I would like everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Do you want to move us on so we can click ourselves first?
That would make sense. Go ahead and just give me yourselves because you're a bit farther back,
Sure.
so it's going to take you time to effectively get onto the map.
Yikes.
So I'll just
Motherfucker.
have to add you guys. And apologies in advance for this. I got a bit of rolling to do here.
Ooh.
So,
Thank goodness, it's actually working today. I'll have to custom add you guys here in a second.
Oh, I was so confused why a Durastian had a 22, and then I realized that it's Jiri.
Wow, that turn order is looking dire.
Yeah, they're reacting well.
All right. All right, Roulette, what was your count?
11.
11. How about Alfie goes on your turn essentially.
Alfie goes on my turn, directly after me.
Toby Rama, what was your count?
I believe 6. Let me find it. Yes, 6.
Okay.
Advantage.
Telperion, how about you?
I don't know what he rolled.
Oh, I can find that.
I don't know if
4. He rolled it in
Was
the
a
chat.
4.
4, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
Dog
did
shit.
Rome roll for T-Rex?
Oh,
Oh,
lost them.
we lost Tim and Alex.
It doesn't look
Uh-oh.
like she rolled, at least in roll 20. Let me check D&D.
Yeah, I agree that it doesn't look like she did.
I don't know how long they were frozen there.
But I'll get her added in here and we'll just have to wait for her direction. Oh, this is the longest turn order we've ever had.
Shut up. Yeah, last time it was this many Durastians, you grouped them into just 3 groups.
I know. I've been going back and forth on clusters of enemies, but then like people online are like, I know it's cumbersome, but you should roll individually because if you guys have 100 attack rolls happening all at once, that's not very fun or interacting by the players. So it's just like, it's just a weird thing. But I'll probably handle it various ways throughout. But
Internet went down for them.
no.
The Lamandola internet went out.
Before we surprised those 5 Durastians, it was just a calm day of travel, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Along the coast, there were noticeably less threats to you guys than the typical dangerous Emerald Forest.
Because I don't think I had allotted my Forsaken Medallion luck point, and so I think that would be available for use.
Yeah, should be, I would think.
Dun 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 dun.
having plus double digits to hit things is such a satisfying thing to finally be at.
Ew, what?
Plus
You're-
10 is
You're gross.
a wonderful thing.
I'm going to go ahead and flip some of these guys so they're facing the threat. Just because I think he's cool. And there's some custom patchwork Photoshop on there for the armor.
Oh, is that like from the Nazgul's armor? It looks
No,
similar.
it's from like
That's what it looks like.
It's from like I did want it to look menacing like that, but it was from just like wolf armor somewhere, and I just had to like stretch it and modify it to fit around the
Oh, that's
warg.
cool.
It's very funny. Like I imagined encountering this in real life, and like it's a weird optical illusion where it's not rendering.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as you're looking at it.
Hello, hello.
Nice, that wasn't too bad. I was a little worried it was going to be a long-term issue.
All right, sorry about that.
No worries.
No worries. Glad you guys got it fixed pretty quickly. Rome, could I have you as T-Rex roll initiative? Beautiful.
Ooh, love that.
It will be using the T-Rex's initiative mod, not your own. So we're gonna treat that as an 18.
Yeah, it
Oh,
says plus 0.
Oh, okay. It's the dexterity. My bad.
Yeah, just your dexterity.
Whoops. Okay, 18.
No worries at all. Oh, why did that do that? Oh, there we go. Sort.
So these guys are they all riding on thing? I can't tell because there's like a background. Is that a are they
Some of
riding
them-
on stuff? Or...
Some of them look like they are, but there's a few that aren't.
Okay,
Correct.
so there's
It looks like
one...
we see 3 that are riding.
Okay, got it.
And then there's...
I think you see 2 that are riding.
Oh, right. Oh, like he's not currently on top.
Also, why can I not? Come on, my initiative count got all. I can't. God damn, I hate Roll20 sometimes. I cannot grab my thing. I can't select the initiative. Let me reload my damn screen. There we go. Okay, now we're going back down to that. MJ's probably on his way back. Rome's on initiative, so I think we're all good to go. We'll get to Telperion when he gets there. But Jiri, as you see the familiar form of Beast Rome appear on screen, you are the quickest to react, probably because you knew what was approaching. What do you do first?
Did this guy like tell me to get off the warg with him?
He has not gotten off. He has not pushed you off.
Like
You are
plan.
still seated on a warg.
All right. Since I don't think I did this last time, and I'm out of spell slots, I will, while I'm pretending to like fiddle with this crossbow, I will use my action to restore a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
Ooh, boy.
Come
I
on,
wish I was
baby.
this. 14, not bad.
14.
I am
Plus
behind
2.
now.
Yeah, and I was going to go off his passive perception, which you narrowly beat. So he doesn't necessarily notice you conjuring magical energy into your item. However, I think I'm going to give the guy behind you a check as well.
Hell yeah.
Okay. He also seems distracted by the approaching T-Rex, so they don't see
Makes
you
sense.
do this as a. Is this an action to do this? A bonus action?
It is an action.
Okay. Anything with your bonus or any movement?
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna speak to the individual here, and I'm gonna say,
Stay back. It is ferocious. We should lure it in.
It will rule the day. It messed with us.
And you can see him like bearing down on the beast, ready to launch toward it.
okay, so I have a sense that he's gonna be charging forward.
You do.
All right, I will. Can I use my movement to slide off the back of it then?
Yes, you absolutely can. It's considered difficult terrain to place yourself within 5 feet of the mount you're on, so it'll take you 10 feet to move 5 feet off of it.
All right, 10. And then
you do notice that this is all swampy terrain. You might, depending on how deep that is, you might not get full movement.
Okay. I will.
Mobile.
Yeah, well, I only have.
Well, it's when you have an action to dash, but
Yeah.
you won't be totally fucked.
I'm just gonna try to get as close to this guy as I can. I'm gonna slide off the back and then just like run towards him.
Just because I don't think we've seen you use it, and just as a reminder, you do have an item that would let you run over difficult terrain like that. If you're
Sure, why
in
not?
that.
Let's use it. Hopefully he won't notice. So I'll just pretend like I'm, like just walking, stepping really like lightly as I gallant over to this guy. And I think that's almost everything I can do. It's just to get
So
to
you
him.
run. I'm going to count your still sleight of hand check above their current notice. Although you do see the larger bugbear on the armored warg yell,
"Coward! Stand and face it! All bows! Aim at the monster!"
That's what I'm trying to do. And I'll be like fiddling with my crossbow. That's it.
Grit, I muted you on
Critter,
accident.
you're muted.
I don't think we missed anything, though.
There we go. Okay. First, it is this individual who has full control over his mount and therefore uses its movement as his own on its turn. He will immediately dash, using the beast's speed, easily covering the distance to get here. And we'll try and, he'll try and position himself. Actually, no, he'll stop there. And immediately, as he's riding up on it, wields his poleaxe and does 2 large swings upward toward the hide of the T-Rex. So we will roll for him.
As we're jogging, Delperion says, "Do you think we sent Rome to a doom?"
That one glances off your thick hide like carapace, but a 17 I think will hit for 11 slashing damage, and I need you to make a concentration check.
And that concentration check is with my concentration?
Uses the T-Rex's, all of the T-Rex's stats right now.
All right. Concentration
Which
is...
hopefully is a boon to you in this state.
Because he's got +4, it looks like.
Yep. Sorry.
Big money, no whammies.
Thank God.
Okay. Success. He starts carving into your hide a bit.
So 11 damage.
Then 11 total damage to your T-Rex form.
Archers! To arms!
This guy moves a bit, but steadies a crossbow over his back, taking aim from afar. Except, actually, you know what? He's actually letting his mount take control of itself. But I rolled we'll just use that for that. Using his mount for himself, so he's going to pull out his crossbow and ready an action. He's not actually taking an action on his turn.
Which guy is it? Can you point him out again?
This guy.
Okay.
And so I think he's actually a little farther back from not having moved yet. But he pulls out a crossbow, affixes it toward the T-Rex, and prepares to shoot.
Wait, can I ask a really quick question? Does that mean that he
Yeah.
can like use that as a reaction?
Correct.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yep. And with that, Rome, you have just appeared on the scene, bursting through some tree cover. You see a bunch of soldiers and bugbears and wargs all fixing their attention all on you. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna go for this guy first, and I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna multi-attack, but bite.
Okay.
Multi-bite.
Okay. Go
Acid
ahead and
bite.
roll your bite.
Ass bite.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Definitely hits the rider. How much damage?
4d12 plus 7. All right, so let me get
Damn.
that.
Oh!
4d12 plus 7.
Damn, I ain't never rolled a d12 in this campaign.
Munch.
You crunch into him, but he like gets his pole axe and is like barely preventing you from biting his whole body in half, and eventually you are forced to let go for fear that the pole axe in his arms might hurt you. But then you have a second attack.
Yes. So those are both within 10 feet. So I'm pretty sure that I'm within 10 feet of this other dude. I am. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
tail
definitely.
attack this guy right here.
Perfect.
Which is another plus 10 to attack.
Could she
So
have
you
a tail
see-
attack the
No, I can't.
the warg though?
Oh,
right?
the
Are they
warg?
two separate creatures technically?
They are separate creatures, so she could choose to target that, but it sounds like in this moment she's targeting the soldier. But so you bite
I was
into this guy and then try and whip around your tail at that soldier. Go ahead and roll that.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll damage.
you-
3d8 plus 7.
So 68.
Yeah, so
Oh,
68
68?
plus 7. Yeah,
Critical.
because of the crit.
D8, and then still plus 7, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then Critter, I think there should be a bunch of d6s for acid damage on both of these attacks.
So this one you should add 2d6 acid.
Yeah,
damage.
2d6 acid as well.
And then the
Okay,
first
so-
attack should have gotten one more d6.
So 2d6. So only
Oh,
one
yes,
d6.
good call.
Okay, so let me do the one.
Yeah, so yeah, do 1d6 to the guy you bit.
Okay, that's-
Another 3 damage. Okay.
And then 2 for the other guy. Plus
You
8.
definitely see that first guy you bit
37.
into is very bloodied. And this guy with an additional 8, you just smash this individual to the ground. I'm just gonna say they're prone, but you can see they're technically still breathing, but they're bloody, their ribs are cracked. You have demolished that individual, but they are still alive.
Does
Alright.
Jerry say anything as you guys all witness this? I feel like he would have a line here.
like, I think he's like panicking. He's like, guys, we gotta run.
See, I told you it's terrifying.
That's what I feel like. He'd be like, "See, I said it was scary."
Oh, we gotta hide. That's what he's saying to this guy over here.
That
Rome
soldier
has
says,
pierced her
"Steel
ear.
yourselves, soldier, or we'll have you in chains."
Rome smears her face in the blood of her victims and like whips her head around, like splatter blood on that ward, and like roars.
Amazing.
At her turn.
Really little TX arms. You like do war paint.
Amazing. If that'll do it for Rome,
Yes.
it'll be this
T-Rex
guy's
arms.
turn. He's gonna take a knee, not use any movement this turn, to bonus action take aim, and then make a heavy crossbow shot at you.
Shit, alright.
Giving himself advantage on the strike. But 13 or 11, I don't think is going to hit the T-Rex even. So he's like trembling, and his aim is not very sturdy, and it just fires right through or right across your shoulder. Oh shit! And tries to quickly right himself and reload his crossbow.
I told you guys, crossbows are useless. Take out your swords.
Then it will be this warg's turn. You see the bugbear give it a command. And it just begins to bound in your direction.
Crater, I don't think any of us are on the initiative order, by the way.
I think that's intentional currently.
I didn't know.
Yeah. You guys are. You're just hidden until you arrive.
Perfect.
None of you guys have come up on your turn quite yet.
Gotcha.
Using 50 feet of its movement to rush up toward the T-Rex. Then this individual will step over here and pull out his own crossbow and taking 2 rapid shots with his crossbow, ignoring the loading property. First shot at Rome, 18 for 11 piercing damage, and I need you to make a concentration check.
Come on, baby.
No.
I knew this was. I was so scared.
I use a point of inspiration.
I was gonna give you one, but yeah, okay. If you
Wait,
want to use yours.
Critter, we probably should have checked this before. The armor that I gave to I'm not looking at this. The armor that I enchanted with the thing
Does not. Polymorph specifically mentions in the wording the spell that your gear, you cannot benefit from your gear in polymorph like you might be able to choose to do in wild shape. So she is not able to benefit in this moment.
Wild shape would work. Okay,
Yeah. Wild shape, you can choose what gear melds into your form or what continues to adorn you as long as it makes sense. Polymorph is not that way. Even with a point of inspiration expended, Rome, your form drops. That piercing jab struck you a bit more critically than you may have anticipated, and you become...
Wait, last attempt. How far away am I?
You're probably more than 30 feet if Flash of Genius is 30 feet.
Fuck.
You're probably within 60 feet, roughly.
I can't use another point of inspiration.
I'm gonna say 1 point of inspiration on per check or attempt at doing something. However, I think I need to add you back into the order here.
Appreciate your inspiration.
Do I need to re-roll my initiative?
No, you're gonna maintain the same initiative that you had with the T-Rex. You're just in a new form now, Rome's normal form. As soon as that shot reduces your concentration,
it's some kind of shape-shifting spirit. It's a trick. Kill her!
And takes it, and then his second shot fires. 22 to hit for 11 piercing damage. And that was this guy. And that will be it for his turn. So next, it's these two Durastine soldiers.
None of us got above a 10. Damn.
way down over to the left of the screen. Both of them are going to do the same thing. Actually, this guy can't get a good angle, so he's going to use his movement to run closer and take a shot. Jiri, he is leaving your melee range if you choose to swipe at him or do something, but he is noticeably running away. This other guy is just going to take a knee and take a shot.
Can I use my reaction instead of to make an opportunity attack? Can I make an opportunity trip and just stick my foot out?
I'm gonna say I think the shove maneuver, which lets you push away or down, specifies that it's on your turn. This has come up in previous campaigns I've been in, so I'm gonna say you can't use the shove on a reaction, but you can make a standard opportunity attack if you're interested.
Screw it. Let's just join it. All right. Seeing Rome drop out of her T-Rex form, the jig is up, so I will take an attack.
The jig is
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. As he leaves your space, we're going to put him right here because I want to see if you hit him, he might change his mentality here. 22 is definitely going to hit. What damage are we looking at there? 20, it looks
20.
like?
Yeah.
He runs away, gets slashed by you across the back. Ah!
Idiot!
You will die for insubordination. And takes his crossbow out and just aims it directly at you and tries to take a shot your way. Not with advantage, because he did use movement. But 22 to hit, I think will hit for 10 piercing.
Some of my puffy armor.
He looks at you with confusion as a direct hit, just steam billows from the form of a Durastian soldier in chainmail. What the hell? But then this individual takes a shot toward Rome. He used all of... Well, he hasn't used all of his movement. He'll make sure to get in range, so he'll use all of his movement to keep moving forward. And that is, yeah, definitely within 100 now. So he will take a shot at Rome. With his heavy crossbow for 24 to hit at 13 piercing damage.
Jeebus.
And with that, Roulette and Alfie are the first to make it onto the board here. Layer, token layer. Alfie would be next to you, probably. You're able to, with 30 feet of movement or so, effectively, if you choose to use your movement to continue rushing forward, you're going to make it onto the map, essentially. Is that something you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can probably position yourself here if that's more advantageous, not getting directly up, but you could probably make it up to the warg with your movement.
Okay. Like I can get up to the warg. Well, I don't even need to get. Oh yeah, I will. I'll get up to the warg. I'm gonna take one swing up at the warg rider.
Okay, focusing on the rider specifically.
Yeah. See, I'm assuming I can see that he's like damaged.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean he's coated in blood and puncture wounds from a giant T-Rex.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing wherever that is. I'm just gonna swing at him. 28.
Absolutely hits. What damage are we talking here?
11 bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning damage. You crack him on the side of the head and daze him a bit, and you see a tusk fly off his mouth with a spray of blood.
There's more of them! Kill them all!
As the flail connects, I flick a new little switch on the bottom of my handle of my flail, and I send a jolt of vibrating force damage to do an additional 2d6 using my arcane jolt.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll it.
It's 2d6, right? Yeah. 2d6. Another 6 damage on top of it.
Another 6. He's looking real rough.
Juicy.
You see steam kind of coming off of him as he was just electrified for a moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing again at him.
Okay, second hit. Or second attack.
You can say second hit.
Yeah, I sure can. Go ahead and roll damage.
13 bludgeoning.
13 bludgeoning. How do you kill this guy and knock him off his mount?
I just I hit him once with a bonk, and then I just bring it around, lasso hit. I want him to fall off the warg, just smash the side of the head off the warg.
Which he absolutely does. I need to move the warg for just a second as this guy falls off him prone and unconscious / dead. And of course, roll 20 is freaking the fuck out. That individual has been slain. Good hit. I'm not going to remove him from initiative count because the warg effectively has his initiative count.
Perfect. Alfie, get up here and get in front of Rome, protect her. I'm going to have Alfie scoot up there, and for Roulette's bonus action, I'm going to have him He's gonna dump. Oh, there's two wargs right in front of me, aren't there? Yeah, he's gonna do 2 charges, so 44 plus 4 into the one right in front of me from the wand.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, whoops. Roll 4d4 plus 4. Oh, big yikes.
Nothing it can do.
Jeebus.
9 damage. Automatically hits it and wounds it. You see sprays of blood as these pulses of magical darts detonate in its flesh. But it seems like it took the hit pretty well.
And I... Yeah, and I'm going to have Alfie stay right there. Yeah, Alfie's going to stay right there. Action, action, bonus action, action. Done. That's my turn.
Okay. This warg is immediately blasted from that attack and is just going to claw at the thing that just knocked its rider right in front of him.
Sure.
Not moving enough to get the benefit of one of his things, but 11's not going to do it. It pulls up its clawed fist, and you're able to deflect it away fairly easily. With its rider having been knocked off it and it unsuccessfully trying to hit you, it's going to reposition itself. Not concerned with attack of opportunities per se. Are you going to choose to use your reaction on one?
No.
Okay. It just quickly darts away. It's strange musculature, kind of creating strange motion in the way it runs. That is its turn. Then it will be this soldier's turn down here. Still focused on likely the nature spirit that had previously been an enormous threat is going to take a knee, take aim for a shot with advantage at Rome.
With no advantage.
With no advantage, I will re-roll that roll if Alfie is using his reaction to deflect attack.
Alfie puffs up into his ostrich form and just goes chicken dance, and dust and anti-fairy fire stuff deflects the arrow.
A gust of wind just instantaneously surrounds Alfie, protecting Rome against this thing. So straight roll. Ooh, 20 I think will still hit. For 11 piercing damage.
How's Rome looking?
I had given her plus 15, but that's still, I think, 3 hits on her. So
at initiative count 7, similarly to how some of you arrived on the map, these individuals will arrive on the map. Toward the top of our map, approaching you all, is a rather severely armored individual. Severe in the sense of exaggerated points, curved horns that extend from his helmet, only the bottom half of his face being able to be seen, otherwise wearing some scrap piece metalwork armor. As this individual and 2 Durastine soldiers at his side appear on the map. He's wielding a heavy battle axe in his right arm.
Maybe today will be a little more interesting than we thought.
And will use his action to dash, giving him further movement onto this map. The others will use their actions to... They'll dash as well, just to give themselves better positioning for firing in the near future. Oh, he has more movement than that, so he actually gets to go here. That is their turn. This guy weakly gets up. What the hell? This was supposed to be a simple resupply mission. And will stumble backwards a bit and then begin to sink into swamp water, but will reload a crossbow and just like weakly get it up and aim at... He'll try a shot at the Alfie, the mechanical construct that just rushed to the aid of this nature spirit. So he'll make an attack at Alfie. No aiming available, but 12 I don't think will do it.
It doesn't.
Very
Similarly, he is so dazed and battered after just being slammed with a tail attack that he like has a hard time aiming. Is like a little woozy and just sends it off wide.
Little woozy.
Toby Rama is our next individual to arrive on screen. Your full movement of 30 feet will put you functionally onto the map. Is that something you want to do? 30 feet straight in?
Because I would like to, I want to be able to get Roulette, Rome, and Telperion with a casting of Beacon of Hope. It's got a range of 30 feet, so perhaps like when I'm halfway, I'll get Telperion behind me and then them in front of me. And then if I could get adjacent to Rome, I will use the contingency band to...
Yeah, I'll let you get... Yeah, I mean, you get functionally here. Diagonal. Roulette had just kind of occupied the spaces above, but you're diagonally in melee of her.
And so, Beacon of Hope active on us 4, because I don't believe Alfie is a creature, if I'm remembering.
He's not damaged.
But I'll bonus action contingency band a potion of healing to Rome for max healing from it.
Max healing because of Beacon of Hope. Okay, what does Beacon of Hope look like? Have you cast this before?
I have. It's just we kind of all get a little more vibrant, almost like there's a sheen to us.
Okay.
And so
very cool.
2d4 plus 2. Is that a potion of healing?
Yes, standard potion of healing for a 10 quick hit points to Rome.
Yes.
And you are concentrating on this effect.
I'm concentrating, action, bonus action, movement. That's my turn.
Okay. It is this Durasty. He has he has a higher dex mod than Telperion. So this final guy will take a knee, pull out his crossbow, carefully aim through cover, and probably angle at Roulette, the one he has the best vantage point on, and make an attack against Roulette having aimed.
I will say second reaction from Alfie to chicken dance.
Okay, perfect.
Dance. Don't
causing
do that
disadvantage,
to Alfie.
canceling out the advantage for a straight roll at Roulette. Ooh. Could have hit, but sails past. He was too far of a shot for that to be a reliable target. And with that, he will begin to reload his crossbow as Telperion arrives on the map. With your movement being a bit more than your allies,
As my bonus action before I move, I will stomp heels down and do my Charlatan stride. So I'll have 60 feet of movement to get in here.
Okay, you absolutely can get in here. Depending on the route you take, you might be close to your friends in a way that's not ideal. So
I want to take a little
run around them. It might sort of be this direction.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do because I want to present a bit of a different target. So I might kind of go this way if I can.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We'll say 30 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've used 55 or 50 rather feet of movement where you're currently standing.
Okay, I'll go here to just get a little bit more distance. I, as a default, when I am traveling in this kind of situation where I'm shock trooping effect, like when I'm coming from the outside, I'll have a sliver in one hand and my greatsword in the other, knowing I'm never going to be close enough to greatsword. So I will be able to, action economy-wise, throw 2 slivers in these kinds of situations.
Got it. Okay.
Is this dude half submerged, you said, or is he just like
you just see his back foot starting to push into swamp, so he was unable to keep running backwards.
Okay, and then is this warg looking really hurt?
This warg is undamaged. You see it looks very healthy. All
right, we gotta start limiting attacks. So I'm going to throw a sliver. Oh, you know what? I strafed down, but actually I probably would not want to strafe down because I need to be within 20 feet. Okay. Oh yeah, perfect. I'll strafe just forward. Probably being in terrain, but there you go.
Well, this spot had put you at 50. Yeah, this spot is like the furthest. You could go here, 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 but that's kind of the end of the radius you were able to get to.
Can I do that?
No, that was still this is the farthest you can run.
Throwing a sliver at this little dude.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Thankfully he had gotten up.
7 plus 10 is 17.
17.
Yeah.
There are no reactions he can use. So you see him about to dodge, but just before he's able to, you do see your sliver connect with his chest right above the chainmail.
12 damage.
12 damage. With that, this already heavily wounded individual just collapses.
And I'm going to yell, everyone, the others are on their way. And then I'm going to throw another sliver at... Seems like you sly dog. God, I wish I could mind sliver. I'll throw a sliver at disadvantage. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the slider figure, and it's disadvantage either way. So I'm gonna go for this little dude and try to take out another archer with a sliver.
You whip that sliver, take that down, almost like a quick toss. You pull it from your belt and throw it farther range at this guy. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Come on, baby.
Oh my God, 19 and 12, so 22 to hit.
Even with the 12,
God, I love
22.
these.
Do you have a plus 10 with your slivers?
Because I have a plus 9.
Because they are
5,
plus
4, and
one.
plus
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely hits.
10 damage. Wait, 6 plus 10 damage.
10 damage. Got it. It's just the arc of this sliver is very satisfying as it just cuts into him directly in the chest, embedding itself in his chainmail.
Bueno.
Is that it for Telperion?
That's action. That's bonus action. That's free interaction. All set.
All right, Jiri, you're up once again. One individual focused on you, but otherwise, attention is elsewhere.
Oh, that's right, Jiri. I keep seeing this list of Terrastians.
I will say, how dare you, insubordination, how dare you attack a superior officer? I'm gonna run up to him.
The eyes are really stacking up.
I think that was how many feet? 10? Alright, I'm gonna get behind this guy. And I am gonna use my third level spell slot to send a bolt of electricity through him and through these other individuals.
Okay, you're not going to be able to target it, so it hits both that guy and the warg.
But the warg
you
is
can pick either one of them.
What? He's technically through this space right here, right? Like
he's controlling that 5x5, but I don't think that's going to effectively. It kind of has to go directly through their space.
If I move down a little bit, hold on a second.
I don't think you're going to get the guy in front of you at that point. I also think, let's not be meta here. Jiri's running and doing a thing. He's not like lining it up perfectly. If you want to send a bolt, we'll see who it hits. Some obvious information. Targeting two bigger creatures is going to be easier than trying to finesse this needle, but...
All right, let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna say only this soldier is gonna be able to basically not be in it, but you're gonna hit the guy in front of you, the bigger bugbear riding the armored warg, and this warg as this electricity bolt fires through this entire space. So I need to make some dex saves here. As you're casting it, what the hell? You're not. And then he's just about to get fried, probably. Dex save from him. Dex save from the warg tamer near you. Dex save from the armor warg. Dex save from the battle warg. Ooh, some successes in there. What's your DC? Is it an 18? 18.
Ooh.
So the armor warg and the both of the monstrosities have a hard time leaping out of the way. But based on the way this thing leaps, it shields its rider basically from taking full damage. And this guy's able to jump to the side, but we'll see how much damage it does anyway. So go ahead and roll damage here.
I don't know.
Whoops. We'll take the first one. Sorry, I didn't mean to click it twice.
Okay. Hyper Spark, very cool. All right, this guy will take 15 points of damage. You see him stagger backward, steam pouring off his body. Just like dried blood immediately coagulates from his mouth and everything. And he's just looking up at you in horror. Turncoat! But he is technically still alive. And then the Armored Warg will take full 31. You see it is heavily wounded and bloodied from that damage.
Hell yeah.
The Battle Warg way toward the back is even more damage that has already taken some hit. Very low health on its part. And then the Bugbear takes the 15.
Oh, 30 damage, that's fine.
So the bigger Bugbear Rider avoids some of that damage, but otherwise is still definitely injured. You have fried several individuals with lightning damage. Anything else for bonus action or movement or otherwise?
Yeah, as my bonus action, I will blast the guy in front of me with a squirt of water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bonus action, uncap, strength save?
Yes.
Oh, that one. What usually happens for that? Are they knocked prone or 15 feet back or?
1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 1d4. Okay, he is not killed, but you just see him waterboarded, almost drowned by this
Oh my god.
effect, and is knocked prone immediately. He's not long for this world. Any movement?
Nope, I'll stay there.
Okay. That bugbear is slain.
You lot, focus on the intruders. Finally, I have a chance to rid the world of one of you fools.
And just will gallop over here after having been struck by lightning, for whatever reason, eager to injure a Durastian, and will ride over. Or actually, again, he can't quite ride. He has to use his own movement. I think I missed the other guy's movement at the time. So we're going to consolidate things just to make things easier. He rides over here, taking control of his mount. It's not going to be able to attack you, but it gets him to you in this moment. And he rears up with his poleaxe and comes down on you with two big swipes.
Jerry. Yeah. He thinks it's a Durastian turn. That's why he said that.
I wonder if that means that there's a sub-actual
Yes. Oh no, bugbears just hate them.
Yes.
With two strikes, I think they'll hit, but he's, I think, going to suffer some real damage here too. So for the first strike was 13 slashing. What happens there?
He gets blasted for 25 steam damage.
25
I love
steam.
it.
You see his parts of his fur just fall off and wither as you just steam burn his entire front half of his exposed skin. He took a ton of damage on that one. Are your temps still up for the second hit?
Yeah, I have 2 left, which are gonna go away after the second hit, though.
Okay, so then with 15 damage, he'll take that damage again, the full 25 with a second time, but he'll finally eat through your spell and deal 13 points of damage to you.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
With that much damage, he wasn't able to sort of course correct after hitting that thing, so he does still hit the second swipe and then is like dazed and almost about to fall off his mount. He's so low.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah, dude.
That is his turn. Rome, you are up again.
Rome is going to transform back into T-Rex.
Yes.
Okay, I need Alfie and Toby Rama to please make a dexterity save.
Brett was so ready.
I just looked at the positioning. I'm like, yeah, that's big enough to do this.
Alfie needs one? Yeah, I'll give it to Alfie.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go ahead and delete Rome. We're gonna add back the T-Rex. We're gonna add
Oh,
the
was I
turn
too
order
close to
again.
everybody?
Yeah.
In that moment, yes. Yeah, but you said it, and we kind of started doing the results, the repercussions of that. So I think we're just gonna roll with it at this point.
My bad. Sorry.
You're fine.
But
None of us have ever made a
realistically,
mistake in D&D before, Alex.
both of you are pushed out of her space and take 1d4 bludgeoning damage, but are not knocked prone.
Hell yeah.
So Toby Rama, you're like kind of technically off the map right now, but we'll just remember that. You're pushed one space to the right. And you each take one damage as this magical transformation takes place. Okay, Rome, you have
exactly 100 hit points.
Your T-Rex form is reactivated once more. Oh, not again! One of the Durastan soldiers says and tries to load his crossbow. What are you doing?
Is this water right here?
Yeah, it looks like swampy terrain that you're not sure how deep it is, but it could impede travel for sure.
And I can't like attack, correct? I can only move.
You've used your action to polymorph at this point, yeah.
Is there any like kind of I mean I realize everything can kind of see me, but is there any like cover that I could take? Because I like see a tree here. Like, is that like a
yeah? Some of the trees are like
hiding
they're burned.
Yeah.
They're burned and charred, and not the usual full boughs of trees. This whole landscape of shelters and abodes has been wrecked, but you can functionally, if you move there, you're in front of the tree, but if you like position yourself here-ish, you're technically behind the tree. I'll give that half cover. Some projectiles might hit that instead of you.
Rome, you're essentially a tree with
I
teeth.
These trees and I stay there and ready. I'm ready to attack.
Okay. You'll get cover from individuals toward the left of the map, but not the top of the map.
Okay, fair.
With this, that was Rome as T-Rex. I added you, so I need to go descending again. That was you.
We're at 16, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, 16. So this soldier will once more take a knee, aim, and fire at the T-Rex. As I switch over to the thing. For 13 to hit.
That's the AC of it, I believe.
Oh.
You're close enough to genius, though. Oh, yeah.
So T-Rex form will take 10 piercing damage, and Alex, I need Rome to make a Constitution save for a concentration check.
Oh, this I can help with. Yes, because now I'm close enough. She don't need it.
Beautiful.
Success. Easy peasy.
But I took 10 damage, you said?
Yes, 10 damage. It will be this bugbear's turn over here, and he will take 2 crossbow shots, quickly reloading. No advantage on these, but one's going to go at the form of Rome, but I think he's also going to see this elvish figure that had just thrown a sliver into the comrade at his side. So one at Rome, one at Telperion. First at Rome.
And she has +2 to AC?
She does have +2 to AC. Will a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 piercing damage again, and concentration check, please.
Lovely.
The die doesn't.
Success, and his second attack, so just 10 piercing damage to you, Rome, and then second crossbow. Oh, interesting. Smaller target. Reloads and fires at Telperion. 20.
Damn you!
With that, 12 piercing damage to Telperion, unless you're doing anything.
No, we got a lot of it. What initiative are we on here? Who's attacked?
12.
I'll wait. I'll take 12 damage.
Okay. With that, that'll do it for his turn. But then he'll start running over to try and work his way over into the fray. They have 35 feet of movement. Starts trying to run up and join. And his little pet here's turn. He will quickly using his strange movement to gather up some speed, will sort of do a loop and then charge and leap at the T-Rex. As he starts running away, Rome, he technically does leave your tail's range if you want to swipe him with an opportunity attack.
Yes, I want to hit him with a tail attack. Oh my god. I'm gonna bitch slap him with my tail.
Get Tim in the back. I'm playing with Griff.
Tail attack 20 absolutely hits. It takes a meaty hit for the first time. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay,
for the tail. I think it's for the is the 40-12 for the bite or the tail? This is the tail. This is
3d8.
Okay, yeah, just this is specifically the tails.
Plus a d6.
Yes, plus a d6 for the acid.
Okay, I got that, and then the d6.
Oh baby.
Dirty.
Luckily, this one had previously been uninjured, so it is able to suffer the hit, but you bash it on its way away, and then it does a turnaround and lunges at you, pouncing on you. And as it's soaring through the air, you just see it launch toward your knee. It's sort of going for part of its pounce, as it potentially can knock things prone. So does a low roll? Does an 11 hit? I don't think it does.
Very nice.
And with that, it however, because it did attack you, you can still be knocked prone. It just can't do other grappling and bonus actiony things to you. So I do need you to please. You need to please make a strength save as the T-Rex.
Okay. It's going to be plus
2 maw was not able to puncture and injure your leg, but it still did connect with your leg and might make it buckle.
Hell yeah.
You're absolutely fine. You just withstand the brunt of this creature, and its turn is finished. Roulette, it is your turn.
What? Oh god. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna move up to here. Oh, if I get closer, I'm gonna start doing things. No, I'm just gonna move up to right here. I'm gonna take one quick swing at this thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll. With a 12, it will not quite hit. You see it just lunges out of the way last minute.
Second attack.
Oh.
I could have.
But it exposed itself with that change of momentum, and you're able to adapt and optimize your next connect.
2d8 plus 5. 12 total damage.
12 damage on that strike. 2d8. You got the critical in there. Okay. It looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am. Alfie's going to poke up here, and he's going to just use, single charge at the thing right in front of it.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And here's a fun thing. I've had this fucking magic missile forever. I realized I could do this and just click. Oh, wait, what?
It looks like it rolled an individual dart.
You have to do 3 times.
Oh. Well, now I can do a second level one.
Why magic missile can never be an individual dart? It's weird that it even allowed that.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't understand.
So using 2 charges?
No,
hold on.
That
Sorry.
is 2d4 plus 2.
Ignore those. 3d4 plus 3. This is why I thought I tested this. 11 damage.
With that, how do you destroy this warg in front of you?
It goes right into the wound that I left with the nat 20 from the flail, and just like
Beautiful.
explodes it from the inside with a fart noise.
Beautiful. Normally, creatures don't necessarily create difficult terrain. You guys are like able to run over them, but with a large creature on the ground, we're going to say that spot is difficult terrain right now.
Perfect. I'm gonna have Alfie just like, oh, he's a large creature.
Yes.
Can I have Alfie take like half cover behind him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll
Sort
go
of
right
stumbling
there.
into a space, or
I'll
that's
just-
yeah, it's awkward with the.
Fine. I'll
yeah.
leave it there.
But yes, he
like,
absolutely has some. He can take some cover crouching behind the warg.
Can Roulette do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. That's my turn. Action bonus.
No
action,
different than
second reaction.
knocking over a table and hiding behind it. Yeah, you guys both have half cover.
Love it.
With that, it is the soldier's turn. He will slowly stumble to his feet, pull a short sword, and try and slash twice at Jiri.
I don't know why you turned on me, but I'll have your head for it.
First strike will miss. Jiri's gonna dexterously be able to dodge that one. And then a second strike. A 15 I don't think will hit either. So he's just like blood and steam and singed bits of armor are just pouring from him, and he's like, I'll kill you. He's just like barely keeping it together.
He got up from prone. Is he?
He did get up from prone. Yep.
Okay.
Stumbling slowly to his feet. It will be then this soldier's turn. Confused what's going on behind him, but oh fuck it, we'll take this thing down again. Takes a knee, aims, advantage against the T-Rex. $25 to hit for 13 piercing damage to the T-Rex, and I need a concentration check, please.
Damn, you muted. Oh, I don't.
Wait, that hit Alex?
Yeah, firing a shot at Alex, 13 piercing damage to T-Rex, and need a concentration check.
Okay.
Success. Once
You said
again, hanging
11
on to that form. 13 damage.
16 minus 13.
Thank God for that sack of hit points.
It will be this warg's turn. And it's gonna rush up. And roulette, as if like in a movie, this warg runs up, climbs over, and you're hiding behind this cover, and you see this gnarled face looking at you as it runs up and pounces.
Love it.
And it will do its pounce attack. For a claw strike.
For me.
26 will actually maybe hit for once.
Yeah,
and I need a what? Shield?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
kidding.
okay. And then so 11 slashing damage. Are you concentrating on anything? I don't think
just being cool.
Okay. And then I need you to please make a strength save.
Has to concentrate on that.
Yeah, it doesn't come naturally.
Yeah, she's a nerd. She has to really put her mind to it.
No, I have to save it from
11's not gonna do it. The force of this thing clawing into you is gonna knock you down. And because you are knocked prone, it can do it for the first time. Make a bite attack against a prone victim.
Now that Alfie knows what this thing is, he will reach out and do a ostrich poke to get this disadvantage on its attack. Or
canceling out its advantage, so a straight bite roll. But it's still, even with it being speared by Alfie in the side, it's able to connect, grabbing onto your hips, dealing 11 piercing damage, and you are currently grappled automatically by this thing's locked jaws. So you're grappled prone at the moment. That's its turn. Our other friend over here is going to dash. Easily making the 40 feet distance to the T-Rex. And with that dash, he can make a charge attack. To make a single melee weapon attack roll against Rome. 27 to hit. Wielding his battle axe, his great axe requires 2 hands. It's not the versatile version; it's the heavy version.
What's the damage on that?
Oh, it actually is the versatile, but he always does it in 2 hands. 10 slashing damage to Rome. I need to check actually. 17's not a critical, but it almost was. So Rome, I need a concentration check, please.
Love it.
Nice.
Success. And he will immediately start trying to tear into your legs using his only action surge to make his normal multi-attack of 2 great axe strikes.
Yikes.
First strike, 28 to hit. And like Jiri has been suffering through all year. Oh, I forgot the way his great axe is set up. Rome, on the previous, you still had succeeded on your thing, but on the previous strike, you only took 7, not 10. So you can gain back 3 hit points. And then on this one, you take 14 slashing damage. It's not a versatile situation, it's a different feature situation. Okay. So 7 on the first, 14 on this one, and I need a concentration check, and then he's going to do another strike. Success again, and we'll just continue to try and tear up your legs. I'm sorry, and the previous strike was an 18, and because of his brutality, that's actually a crit, so he gets an extra d12 on that. Which is a 1. Your concentration check's still fine. It's all good.
Wait, but how much extra damage?
So that previous 14 was actually a 15, so just an extra point of damage there. And then on this last strike, a 27 to hit for 15 damage.
Okay. So I'm at 60.
And then, yes, and then I need one final concentration check.
66.
If you must ask.
That's better.
That is a success as well. Breaching
Woo!
10 is all you needed.
Rome can concentrate like no one else. No ADD here.
That is all.
Except Rome, it's the T-Rex doing it, going.
Holy shit! Every time this happens, it's like I'm on the edge of my seat. Like these concentration checks are so massive.
Toby Rama, as you're seeing this figure charge forward with his axe and just brutally wielding it around, you clearly identify, oh, this lines up with the tales I've heard of the Reavers. That is a Reaver. And with that, that's his turn. One final Drastian soldier will try and take aim on the elf that struck him. Aim, bonus action, advantage, crossbow, fire at Telperion. Ooh.
I will use my reaction to cancel out the critical effects. Of that.
You are within 30 feet of him, yes?
Yeah. Woo!
Beautiful. You see Telperion looking toward the Reaver for a moment, but you're able to direct his attention to that critical shot last moment. So just 12 piercing damage to you, Telperion.
I will shield since it's about to be my turn.
Okay.
It's been a while since I got to
roll.
that.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's been a while.
Mitigation.
5, 6, 7, 8 off of that, so I take 4.
4 damage.
So can I just feel? I look at. Oh wait, no, I healed 4, so I might need to do 8 damage. I look at him and I say,
what does it
"No,
look like? Yeah.
not today." And as I'm pointing at him, a field comes around from my hand, and like the arrow just
Just
grazes my shoulder.
diverts the arrow, glancing off your shoulder instead of directly on target. Very cool. Toby Rama, you are up.
Okay. Toby's wings will unfurl from him, not quite as bright as I use my bonus action to get them out. And I will then fly on top of Rome's back. It looks like I've got 20 to get there, so 10 feet up.
Yeah, 15 feet up, but you're still able to make that diagonal fairly successfully.
I'm on top. I try and get Rome's attention and say, I need you to go in with your biggest attack on this guy in front of you. Ignore the dog creature. He's scarier. And
I got the dog. I'm good.
And I will ready Path to the Grave for when I see Rome gearing up to bite the Reaver.
Okay, you're
curse
preparing Path to the Grave for release upon Rome's first attack, presumably.
Her bite attack. I will specify.
Her bite attack
I know it is more
specifically.
deadly.
Okay. Very nice. Bonus action, movement, action. Perfect. It is... He is slain. Telperion, you're up.
What do I do? There's so many creatures to hit. Try to fuck up this Reaver.
Okay.
What's the...
Yeah, you're gonna have to run around the tree a little bit. There is some difficult terrain and roots, and you're not gonna be able to just quickly.
And this puddle is
around it.
The water is double, or difficult.
Yeah.
Can't you fly?
Yes, I can fly. I'm debating if I need to, but I shall. I burn a side eye, give myself 120 movement.
It's called a fly die.
It is a fly die. Can I get over here and kick this dude in the face?
And then get back over.
Kick this dude in the face. Kick this dude in the face, and then get here. Yes, I can.
Do you have 55 feet of movement?
Well, I have 120 feet of movement because I doubled my 60.
Then yes, you can. You take off like Iron Man rocket Telperion.
So I super
able to just spray them all with your fire around this arc, and then come in for a final strike at the Reaver. They'll all automatically take a die. You can roll it 4 times or once and apply it.
I like rolling it 4 times because it's just more fun. Okay, so the first guy, I kick his face with my fire boot. And I said, "I told you not today," and I roll a 6 on him.
Okay. Spray of fire.
Next guy gets a 3.
Okay.
That bugbear gets a 5. And then and then these both will take the same one because I'm landing here. So the wolf and this guy will take another 3 each.
Does Rome get hit because you're leaving your space? Or you can activate it after.
Oh, it's already activated.
Yeah, if you were next to her when you activated it to do that, then yes, unfortunately.
Rome takes 5 fire damage as I try to...
5 fire damage?
Yeah.
And unfortunately does need to make a concentration check.
Oh, yeah, now you're flanking. Holy shit.
You see the warg is just like very injured. Okay, concentration okay. Warg is very injured by that fire. It's already very vulnerable. And the Reaver, definitely you catch his notice as you arrive at his space, dealing 3 damage.
And I sword strike him.
Okay. With advantage.
So yeah, what's happening? I levitate myself. I use the boots. I come over. I kick his face with the fire boots, and then as I'm turning and landing, I spin and I slice right into his spot.
Very cool
stuff. One of those was a 1. Another was an 11, so 21.
21 hits.
All right. So this is my great sword. So 2d6 plus 6. I rolled 2 2s, but that's worth re-rolling anyway. So I'm not gonna keep that. We've done the math.
Re-rolling.
I rolled a 2 and a 3. So, I will. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to him.
Just because my brain has stopped. To 5 plus 6. Yeah, got it. 11 damage to him. He takes that damage, and just you see him drag his axe upward toward you as he uses his reaction for retaliation to make a strike against you.
I'll use my reaction to use my cloak on him.
Okay. 21 to hit you.
That hits.
For 10 slashing damage.
I take 10
And then
damage.
He needs to make. You take 10 damage. He needs
He needs
to
to make a
save
dex
against your
save.
cloak. Using your reaction, he fails the dex save.
Amazing. 2d6.
Of what type?
9
Of damage?
ice damage.
Ice damage. You see frost crystals gather along his sword arm or axe arm.
And then I still have my second attack. I'm gonna turn and use it on the. Wait. Are you
How much
not-
damage was that? Did you say 5 or 9?
9.
Alfie goes after me.
Grappled, you can still attack though, right?
You don't have to worry about me.
Oh, I can kill that thing for you. Does it go before or after you?
It goes after me because I. Yeah.
Okay, I'll attack the Reaver again then.
Okay. One more attack with advantage.
Fine.
Not a nat 20 like I was hoping for. 13 plus 10 is 23.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. 2 and a 5. Rerolling 2. Got a 4. I'm gonna side eye this one. Silent search this one.
Okay.
Oh, so I'll tell you everything in a second. Fuck yeah. Gotta hate on math.
22 total.
Well,
You've
okay.
got a single
My 6,
Durasting
so plus
soldier
another
after
3.
this move, and then Jiri on deck after that.
You're sure?
Because it's
7 plus 3 is 17. Plus
7 plus 3 is 10.
7 plus 3 is 10. Yeah.
10.
Plus 9 plus
19.
6.
25.
25 damage.
Ooh, big hit.
And
He takes it pretty well, surprisingly well, but you definitely hit him pretty hard.
and strength save, please, or else he's prone. Gotta beat a 14.
You see it just pushes him an inch backward, but he's just readying himself.
Damn.
That'll do it for Telperion.
Yeah.
Drasting Soldier will... I think still go for the T-Rex. They saw their success earlier, knocking concentration off, so this guy, knee, aim, fire. $18 to hit T-Rex, 10 piercing damage, and I need Rome to make one more concentration check.
Room. Yeah.
Stay
Success
rolling
once
these.
again.
How much was that again?
10.
10 piercing.
Was it
56?
So now I'm at 56.
We'll take you down sooner or later. And it is Jiri's turn.
How bad's this guy looking?
The guy in front of you could fall over if you breathed on him wrong.
And how's the bugbear looking?
This guy, the bugbear, is very heavily scalded and steam burned
Oh, yeah,
from your
you
thing.
fucked him
He's rather injured as well.
And the
And-
ward took the full lightning earlier.
That is true as well, yep.
Does he look bloodied or does he look okay?
The bugbear looks bloodied. The warg doesn't quite look bloodied.
All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action first to cloud punch this guy. See if I can just take him out.
Very nice. Go ahead and Cloud Punch. Absolutely hits. How do you defeat that individual?
Just like uppercut.
Bitch slap him.
Perfect. He's knocked up off the ground and just falls prone.
Can I make my second cloud attack against another target?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as there's nothing in the wording that says they need to be in the same target.
Oh, I don't know if it does.
Yeah, just read me because it's going to either say make 2 unarmed strikes against a target or just make 2 unarmed strikes. I don't know how it will be read, but
Oh, wait. I think it goes before me.
It just says make 2 unarmed strikes with the arms.
okay. Yeah, so no need to make it the same target.
So then I will use my second one to target the bugbear.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. $16 will barely miss.
Oh.
All right, and then I will sword attack him.
Okay. $18 will hit for looks like 12 slashing damage.
12.
You see the bugbear you just rip him across the stomach, and he just wilts and falls off the armored warg. Because there are no, I think I have separate PNGs. Hang on. For this very scenario. Not that it's very critical at all, but you fall off and are dead. Move to token layer. You are here. Apologies for the unnecessary delay here. What was their initiative count? The armored warg is at a 19.
Yeah.
All right. I will move around the warg to get to like this side of it, kind of putting it between me and most of the others.
Okay. You
Maybe
do spend
here.
a little bit extra movement wading through the marsh to get over there, and its head follows you around, but you're not leaving its range or anything.
And I will take my last attack on it.
Okay. One more strike. Go ahead and roll it. Definitely hits. Or
21.
looks like 21 damage. You cut into it very healthily, but it is definitely bloodied, but staying in there.
Phoebus.
I think I'll be there.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
There. Okay. That's it.
With that guy is dead. It is the warg's turn that you had just slashed into. It will hop back 5 feet, just like with a strange rush of accelerating movement with its large muscles pushing it backward. Are you going to swipe at it?
Yeah.
Okay, please make that strike with disadvantage per its erratic movement.
Nice!
19 will still hit. Let's see, how much damage did you do?
22.
22.
It tries to leave your grasp, not worrying about your strike, but how do you kill it anyway?
Cheery pop.
Sword slash like through his jaw, like up his like snout.
Yes!
So as it's jumping away, you just uppercut cleave, and you see it collapse to the ground, its jaw bisected in half, hanging open and exposing brain within.
Brain.
And brain just seeps out of its iron barding through the eye holes. Very gruesome sight. And it is dead.
Brain.
If that'll do it for Jiri, Rome T-Rex, you are up. Toby Rama is on top of you.
All right, so I'm gonna go towards the dude that Kobe wanted me to.
I would ask for like a basic intelligence check because you can't understand his common language. However, I don't think it's really unfair to say you were gonna bite him anyway. So
Sure.
Go for it.
I'm very hungry. All right,
You,
so
you have advantage because we're flanking.
Oh, excellent. All right, so I'm
do
gonna
have
go the
advantage.
bite attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a multi-attack, so I'm gonna attack that dude, and then we'll attack somebody else after.
Okay.
And as she goes in with the bite, I will curse him.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Oh, right.
You do have advantage on the strike,
Okay. So, okay.
which, based on a reaction, will matter. Okay. You chomp down on him. Go ahead and roll your damage,
Don't forget your acid D6.
Yep.
including your acid D6.
So
Low.
22 plus 4, so 26.
Which he is vulnerable to all of that damage, so it will become 52.
52 damage to that individual.
Nice.
Math. 60. Got it. With that attack, you chomp down on him, but he does a surprising amount of strength from this individual as he tries to force your jaws away from vital organs. You do bloody him, but he's actually still hanging in there pretty well.
Okay, interesting. All right, so my next closest opponent would be this dude.
There's the wolf that's really close.
Oh, this
Yeah,
guy's
you
still
do
alive?
see
Oh.
there's
Yeah,
you do see there's a wolf climbing over the dead body of another one, biting at Roulette and ripping into her hips right now, kind of thrashing her around on the ground.
All right, well, I'm gonna go for that guy then.
Okay.
That'll be a tail attack.
Yes. Straight roll on that. 20's gonna hit. Let's see the damage.
3d8 plus 7.
I love this T-Rex, man.
This T-Rex has changed this
So
comment.
25.
Roulette, you are having a terrible time being thrashed around on the ground, and then all of a sudden, boom! Its jaw goes limp as it is just smashed onto the body of the other one under it.
It's
Just
literally
a pile of wargs.
It's Gimli.
Yes.
That was really funny.
Well done, Rome.
Excellent. I'm gonna attempt to like hide in the carnage.
Okay. You lower your 15-foot head, tall head to be a little bit lower, and you can still see the whole landscape.
Excellent. That's it.
Durastian soldier up next. We have to knock that caster out of her form. All units, fire! And we'll aim, shoot. Uh, 22 to hit T-Rex for 10 piercing damage, and another concentration check, please.
It was up in the 80s.
Tim, you're muted. I don't know if you were saying something.
Oh yeah, it looks like Alex was saying something, maybe, but you guys are muted.
No, I was talking to Alex. Sorry.
Okay, my bad. But concentration check, please, from T-Rex.
Alex.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Concentration check.
Ah. Concentration. Oh my god. Barely.
Success. Once more, you hang in there. Dead warg under a different dead warg certainly isn't going to do anything on its turn.
Coming to your aid, Reaver.
This bugbear is going to hug the coast of this swamp. He'll lose a little bit of movement along the way. Telperion, as he rushes by, he will leave your range, but I think you spent your reaction.
My reaction on my cloak.
Yeah. And with that, he will get all the way around the T-Rex and will take 2 poleaxe strikes at its ankles. First strike. 10's not going to do it. You're just moving around in your space, and he just swings wide with that one, even while he's flanking. And then the second one, 22 to hit for 12 slashing. So another 12 slashing damage and concentration check again.
I'm not gonna get there in time. We are. I don't like the trend we're doing.
That'll be it for his turn. Durastian soldier.
I thought you were gonna knock her out of her form.
Stop.
This guy's taking a knee and aiming at T-Rex again. Another bolt fired. 25 to hit, 9 piercing damage to T-Rex. We'll whittle that down to a 0 at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
Hang on to your concentration still.
If the T-Rex dies from actual damage.
Come at me.
That guy is dead. Roulette, it is your turn. The jaws of this beast, like a pit bull that locks its jaws, have finally been released from you. You are prone on the ground, but
I'm
I'm gonna clear up our initiative order a little bit here.
with all the dead boys.
Yeah. That'll help a little bit at least.
Damn. Ugh, it's not gonna get to me. I have a big heal ready, but
I will. I'm gonna. How far away is this? Sorry.
Baran.
Yeah. I will use half my movement to wriggle out of the teeth of this thing and stand up. I'm going to drop my flail to the wrist strap, and I will. Telperion, I hope this thing works. And I will. I'm going to take half a smidgen step this way, and I will take out this fire-branded golden, yellow, red sliver, and I will do like a bit of a sidearm throw at the bugbear. I forget the fucking word that I said, Fenar or something. What did I say? No, Fenar. Shouting the word Fenar as I throw it to cast effectively Scorching Ray through the sliver as I sidearm it.
So let's roll at that target first. Do you want all 3 rays going to it?
All 3 going at it, yeah.
Okay, so you all see Roulette fire this sliver that Telperion has thrown many times, but the moment she speaks its command word and releases it, it spins for just 2 rotations before becoming circling flame, and it just cuts into this bugbear, or tries to 3 times in its space, and then retracts back to Roulette's hand, solidifying and materializing magically in her hand.
That's awesome.
Functionally, just a different flavor visually, but allowing the spell Scorching Ray.
And I'm using my spell attack modifier, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. First one.
Which does benefit from your new ring that buffs that a little bit.
Yeah. 15?
15 will miss that warg tamer.
Second one.
Bear.
No.
It misses. It comes back around its trajectory, misses again. It's trying to duck and cover every time, but the third strike might hit it. And that'll do it. It dodges the first 2 trajectories, but it keeps homing in on his space, and then finally singes him for 2d6 fire. Solid 11. You definitely injure that guy.
Tuning in.
You see some of his fur starts to singe and smells bad, but the sliver immediately returns to Roulette's hand afterward.
And he is currently 20 feet away. So I could get.
I'll say you can move freely through Rome's space under her legs, but if she's moving around, you guys might be in jeopardy a little.
No,
bit.
I already used half my movement to stand up, which is why. Oh, fuck, I already cast a fucking spell. Never mind. God damn it. Fuck.
Do you want to ask him to make sure?
Yeah, because it counts as casting. It literally lets you cast a spell through the item, so you can't do it unless it's.
It's not something that you did this thing and it replicates the effect of a spell, kind of like Javelin of Lightning. This is functionally casting a spell.
I get to take another attack action. I'm just gonna throw the sliver again without casting Scorching Ray.
Sorry, real quick. You cast a spell with your action. What are you doing with a bonus action?
Oh, never mind. I don't have another attack.
You don't have. It's not like an extra attack opportunity, unfortunately.
I will have Alfie. I just closed my character sheet. I'm just another charge. Jesus Christ! Sorry, everything just shut on me. Another charge of the wand of magic missiles at the thing that I just attacked.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll it.
8/4 plus 3. 11.
11 damage to that guy. Okay. He's pretty beat up from those arcane attacks, but he's not quite bloodied.
And I will have Alfie. How far is that? Yeah, I'm just gonna have Alfie get up next to Dumbledore over here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, starts climbing over, carefully stepping around the corpses piled up in a pile.
I believe.
Uh,
I believe.
That's my turn.
Drastian soldier, aim, fire, T-Rex.
With cover from the tree, yes.
Yes, you do have a +2 to AC for this shot.
I think it is.
Damn.
I don't think that'll matter for a 25, so 12 piercing damage to T-Rex, and concentration check, please.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Is it back?
It just goes in and out.
All right.
She's concentrating.
Nice.
It's
Still
working.
concentrating. But the T-Rex form looks
My screen's
wildly. Yeah, your screen's frozen, but we can at least hear you. And the roll came through. It looks like a
Oh,
21.
okay. Yeah. So
okay.
so it's 12 piercing damage. All right. So I'm
12
down.
piercing damage. Yep.
13.
13.
13.
I'm
And
a-
although
it's
you've managed to maintain this form, it's probably looking heavily cut up, like flaps of hide falling off this thing, bleeding profusely, dripping into the ground. And the Reaver excites in his likely prize, as he will use his multi-attack directly on Rome's T-Rex form with advantage per flanking.
Alfie from the dead corpses of the wargs will poke out to use both of his reactions to give a straight roll.
Damn it.
Oh, that was really delayed.
Okay. Straight roll on the first strike, or straight roll on both strikes? Are you using both reactions?
I'll do the first one and then see what happens on the second
Okay.
later
Yeah,
attack.
fair enough. First strike, straight roll. Oh, and it was with disadvantage, but I only rolled once. But yeah, so
Well,
definitely because of Alfie's, definitely caused disadvantage on the first strike.
But he
so
also
then,
had advantage, so it was a straight roll.
Oh, that's right. So then we'll treat that second straight roll as unless disadvantage is imposed again, we can re-roll it.
So the first one misses, and then he will do it again on the second roll. Yes.
Okay. So it's either a 24 or the lower of this other roll.
I'd shield if I could.
Yes!
He begins trying to hack at this T-Rex, but Alfie keeps putting his trajectory off, and he's just thudding into the ground, and the T-Rex is like carefully stepping away from his axe strikes. Misses with both attacks.
That's the suck out.
Yeah, he's like hacking a bush, like because it's like a plant T-Rex, right? So it's not actual like
He's
flesh.
chopping a tree. That's true.
Yeah,
It's not blood. It's like sap dripping to the ground. He's like trying to chop down tree trunks of thighs, literally, and yells with a bonus action to replenish himself a bit.
That's a big second win.
And with that, that'll complete his turn, and he will. That Alfie had used reactionary reactions to try and do that, so he doesn't want to be this surrounded by these people. So he's just going to move here, trying to not be flanked. Slowly, you see for the first time his recklessness becoming a little more defensive as he backs away slightly, not out of you guys' range, but just trying to protect himself a bit more. Toby Rama, it is your turn.
She made it to me being able to cast a spell again. I will, at 4th level, cast Life Transference on this T-Rex.
Pardon?
You taking damage.
I will take 5d8 damage.
You will take 5d8 damage, okay.
How does that interfere with Beacon of Hope, since you're going to give her max
It
health?
doesn't work with Beacon of Hope, unfortunately. And I also rolled a little low, so I don't even lose all my temps as I go down to 2 there.
You still have temps up?
I had False Life really upcasted from the previous encounter, so I had 19.
I remember for like 19 or 20 of temps.
Took 1, took 17 here. So
okay. As you're doing this and trying to heal Rome, you feel your life essence like starting to kind of leave you, but because of the temps, you feel it not like pain assault your mind. You could have threatened loss of concentration self-imposed on that.
Whoa.
But because your actual hit points were not affected, you don't need to make a concentration check. However, Rome immediately regains how many hit points?
34. Damn, I would have loved if I took more damage, even for the chance at losing Beacon of Hope. Yes. That's that.
Do you have a T in the ring, MK?
No, I used that on roulette a while ago. Not a while ago, but fairly recently. And I will use my bonus action to regain a second level spell slot.
Using your ring to regain a second level spell slot.
And I have now used both of my channel divinities.
Oh, yes, got it. Yeah, not your ring, your harness divine.
Damn, I could have rolled much more on that. Still good. And I will stay on top of the T-Rex. That's my turn.
It's on me.
Okay. Having healed Rome quite a bit. And I think these guys don't even know you healed her. Like, it's not like blood stops seeping from her, but they're just going to keep firing at her, trying to knock her out of this form. So this guy will take a knee, aim, fire. $19 to hit Rome for only 6 piercing damage. But I do need a concentration check again.
Lovely.
That'll do it still. Telperion, you are up.
Can I? Okay, I am up. What's this like terrain over here like?
It's swamp in this space. If you're like running here, like functionally, if you were to go like here and here, I might let you run along the coast. But if you're going straight west, you're gonna fall into a swamp and then get impeded a bit.
Okay. If I go here,
yeah.
If I'm looking to throw my javelin, I can't really throw it through the bugbear and the reaver. There's not really a good straight line.
You can figure out the bugbear and the reaver. You might be maybe injuring Rome potentially,
but it's not going through her space, which we've learned is important.
Well, it would be going through part of her space, but
well, I definitely don't want to hurt Rome.
Yeah. If you angle it like that, we'll do it the same as the way the Durastine was able to dodge the lightning bolt earlier. Rome won't be affected by this roll.
Okay, I think what I'll do, standing here. No, you know what? I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to quick toss.
Okay, quick toss.
So
at the reaver.
At the well, I'm gonna quick toss my javelin of lightning at the bugbear.
Oh, quick tossing the javelin at the bugbear. Got it. Go ahead and roll to hit first.
Okay, and this is a +9. 22.
22 absolutely hits that guy. So go ahead and roll the piercing damage first.
Yeah, so that's okay. So that's a d6 plus 5. 7 to him.
Okay, so he takes 7 piercing damage as the lightning bolt strikes through this trajectory and then just embeds itself in his chest, and he just rips it out and starts bleeding.
And I say, "For Jowland!" And I throw the.
Well, go ahead and roll your lightning damage for that too. Yeah.
12 lightning damage to both of them. Dex save.
So this guy, the guy that you hit automatically takes it and is heavily wounded, but the Reaver, I think, gets a save. Yeah.
I think we're confused about something. Each creature in the line, excluding you, must make a DC 13 Dex save and taking 4d6 lightning damage. The lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when make a ranged weapon attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus the 46. Never mind, we're not confused. We're good.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say, I thought we had that clean, but
no, you're right. It was the fact that it said 46 twice that confused me, but yeah.
Reaver will he will Indomitable to re-roll that. But still fails. Taking how much? 12 was the
12.
lightning damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely hits him and singes him as a bolt of lightning strikes through him and then embeds itself in the bugbear behind. That was your bonus action.
Yeah, and did the bugbear take the same?
Yes, he had already taken the 12. Yeah.
Because he failed
Plus
to.
the-
Oh, you're right. He automatically. I see.
He
Okay.
automatically does. Yeah.
Okay. So I have my actions
If it
still. I'm going to. So I moved 10 feet.
Oh, as you left his range, he was gonna make a swipe at you. Also,
I have my boots, my spell on.
Oh, okay. Then he should take fire damage.
Yeah, he should take
anyway.
a d6 of fire.
Okay, and then he does not make a
3 fire.
attack of opportunity.
And Alfie too, I guess.
Oh, does Alfie take it too? So usually
yeah,
when they're
he
in
does
within the
take
same
it too.
space, it's the same. So 3 damage to Alfie.
Okay.
Okay.
3. Got it.
All right. So I moved 10 feet. So I still have 50 feet of movement. I want to call out a question to my crew. Should we keep attacking them, or should I take out some archers? And if anyone wants to respond really quickly.
I'll think to you. This Reaver's the biggest threat.
Okay. Now I will come. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna just jump into this mess and just get flanking and swing at this guy twice.
Okay, go ahead. and
Jiri,
roll.
in response to you, Telpir and Jiri would say that I got these 2 over here, and he'll point to like these 2 guys.
Okay. I rolled a 1 and a 2. So
For the
12.
first time with kind of more obvious context, these 2 look back at you in confusion, like, you're working with them? And so it's just...
Oh, just joking.
My first swing misses because I rolled a 1 and a 2, even with my advantage. So
Awesome. Love to hear it.
I rolled a 17 on the reaver.
Christopher.
17 just hits.
Oh my god! Wow.
He gets his pole axe up and tries to deflect it, but you sort of strength contest, push your sword into him and gouge into his shoulder and clavicle.
Yeah, that is what I do. A 5 and a 3 plus 6, so 14. Let's psionic pulse on this one too. So I'll d8. I rolled a 1. I get to re-roll that though, because it's with the sword.
Yes.
So okay, so 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 6, 21 total.
21 total damage.
And he has to do a strength save and be at 14, or he's prone.
Strength save. Once again, like, you're locked in his strength contest and you pushed past his strength in this moment with your telekinesis, injuring him and cutting him, but you don't knock him down. And after this hit, he forces off with your poleaxe. He forces your sword back and will use a retaliation strike to try and hit you. For
Stop
22
rolling
hit.
so high.
And because he is injured below half health, his attacks are more ferocious and brutal. You take 25 points of slashing damage.
Gonna shield on that shit. Because I'm getting pretty hurt. Oh, I rolled an 8. 11 less than 25, so I take 14 damage.
Yep, 14 damage in retaliation. But you still have your additional final attack left, I believe.
No, I missed with the first one.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm done.
Perfect. Jiri,
Toby, I'm getting super low too.
Alright, what's my path like to this guy over here in terms of
I would say this spot, the final spot you would potentially end up in, it's going to take you 5 feet to move out of the spot you're in, and then you'll land in difficult terrain functionally, but you can get there.
Okay, without having to use my boots?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's like all 40 movement. Like
Yeah, that takes your 40 to get there, yeah.
Okay. And then I'll say to this guy as I pull my sword out and start attacking him, I'll be like,
Yeah, listen, dude, you could probably surrender and maybe we keep you alive to question you, but like, I don't know, it's not looking good for your crew here.
Die.
and then I smack him.
13. You see him like try and parry your blow with his own short sword, but he says, "The other Reavers will have my head if I succumb to the likes of you." And
dude.
so 20.
And then I'll say this before I hit him again. I'll say, nah, dude, we're gonna kill those Reavers too. So, I mean, it's either surrender or die. Your choice.
Oh, you killing him
Bucharest!
anyway.
And you you hit him both times successfully. 13 and 17 damage for a total of 30.
Yes.
You heavily wound him. He had barely taken damage before, but now he is almost staggered to a knee with how thoroughly you just slashed into him.
Last chance, dude. Now I'm gonna punch you with clouds.
Oh,
Plus
nice,
one.
nice, nat 20. 9 damage. He's real low.
I'm serious. This is your last chance.
Not that there was meaningful way he could have like responded mid-turn, but I do like the vibe of, no, seriously, stop fighting us. We'll let you live. Bash. Yeah, you fuck him up so thoroughly, and he falls to the ground dead.
And I say to this guy over here, dude, you're next.
Perfect. If that'll do it for Jiri, it is Rome T-Rex's turn.
T-Rex.
Tell Pyrian, would you have thought that to me or shouted it out loud?
I thought it to you.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't be giving away that free tactical advice that I'm really hurting to our enemies.
Cool. Rome, your turn.
Alright, so I want to go after the Reaver.
Okay. You
He's-
do have advantage per flanking in this position.
And just so that I'm clear, it's this dude, right?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to bite attack him.
Okay. Go ahead and do so with advantage. Oh, that advantage mattered. At first, you lunge down with your jaws and he catches them. And you see him like press an inch or two into the ground, but then he can't force himself past you and you mash down and injure him pretty thoroughly, I'm sure, with 4d12 plus whatever. 45 damage.
45 damage.
Holy shit.
Wait,
It
hold on.
showed an extra virtual dice. It doesn't look like that happened in the calculation.
Oh, it didn't? Oh, no.
No, it's
It's
everything
correct.
worked. It almost looked incorrect, but it rolled correctly.
I know, but it's saying 6 plus 19.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's adding
40,
the
12.
and the 7.
It's also doing this weird thing when Rome's rolling of exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I don't know why that's happening, but yeah, can we replace that middle die roll? Rome, can you just roll a single d12 for me, and we'll replace that 19 with whatever you roll here, because that is very strange. 12, 17, 25, 27 total.
Plus the 2.
Yeah, I got that. That was including the 2. 27. He's actually looking really rough.
Okay, and then I'm gonna...
Definitely holding on to his constitutional survival a bit better than his inferiors have, but he has been heavily damaged.
I'm gonna go for this dude with the tail attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. That does not have advantage.
Doesn't need it.
But doesn't matter because that's a nat 20. Go ahead and roll your 6d8 plus whatever.
Plus 2d6.
Plus 7.
Plus 2d6. Yes, you're absolutely right. Oh, but it's re-critting on the roll specifically, so it must have rolled a 12 and then another 7. Weird.
Yeah.
That's something I'll need to look into. No, I was talking to Steve about a message in chat. 33 plus 41 total.
Jesus.
That guy is sent flying and smeared. A spray. You just like literally explode him with your tail, and shards of flesh just go spraying in a matted fur of blood and gore.
In his mind, the Reaver hears, "There goes your advantage."
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, dude. Imagine getting hit by like a tree at like 100
Yeah.
miles per hour.
That's right.
Well,
that's
with that, this Durastian soldier will fuck this, fall back, and he's gonna forsake his advantage to just start running and then fire a crossbow normal shot at the T-Rex and then continue running.
Oh hell!
We'll still hit for 26 piercing damage to T-Rex, and concentration check, please.
Sorry.
Toby, I also have a second win, so like if it's you don't have to.
I got you.
Not in dire straits yet.
My God.
Still hang on to your thing. He will continue to run, and that will be his turn. That guy is now many different pieces. This guy is slain by Jiri. That's slain. So I'm gonna get rid of a couple of these initiative counts.
I love
Roulette,
how
it's your turn.
I love how well Jiri handled being by himself. He just breezed through.
Are you even hurt yet, Tim?
I've taken 13 damage.
So
Me?
Roulette, your turn.
Roulette's chest is gonna start glowing. Her hand is gonna start glowing. She's gonna climb on top of these wards, and as she does, she's looking down at the Reaver because she's stepped up on top of these dead bodies. And she's gonna say something in an increasing volume voice of, "Y'all do not belong here. You need to leave." And I will just daunting roar out as I'm doing that. And I think he's the only one. He's the only one within range. So I need him to make a wisdom saving throw against I think it's a 15 because it's 8 plus con plus it's 11. DC 15 wisdom saving throw, or he becomes pretend.
Is it? You think this Durastian soldier's out of range? You said
It's only 30 foot.
Okay, so just the Reaver functionally.
Just the Reaver, this is a directed scream.
Wisdom save.
Wiz save 15. Oh! Love
He
it.
will use his second Indomitable of the day to try and re-roll that. But you see him look over at you and up at the T-Rex and the elf and everyone fighting around him. And for the first time, you can't see the top part of his face. It's covered by a thick helmet. But for the first time, his body language shifts backward, and you see him almost step onto his back foot. You think you have succeeded in.
I will
individual.
add on to the scream and say, "You never should have come here!" And I will let a lightning bolt go out directly at this guy. Dex save, not at disadvantage because Frighten doesn't do that. I remember this now. Dex save against a 15 again. Yeah. DC 15 Dex save, and it's 2d10 damage.
Well, it's not going to do it, I don't think.
It is not. DC 15, yeah.
Turn for
2d10.
saves.
So 10 lightning damage. And I will just swing down with the flail for the second attack.
Yes, you can replace one of your attacks with that breath weapon.
Awesome.
Go ahead and roll your
Mighty
attack.
flail.
You
Yikes.
fry his body with lightning, but then he sees your flail and he just reaches up one arm and literally catches the chain, the bob swinging down harmlessly, and he throws it down before it retracts back into your hand.
He is scared of me. Bonus action. I can't. Why can't I?
Was that your roar, your bonus action?
Oh, I did my bonus action. I will have Alfie just stay where he is. Actually, no. Alfie's gonna move over here and just waddle around to here.
Okay.
He has 40 movement, so he can get through the difficult terrain. That is my turn. Bonus action, action, done.
This drafting soldier's turn. Wait for me! Using his action to dash to join his comrades.
Wait, I swore I'd kill you.
It is the Reaver's turn. He is frightened, but he says, let me say, Daunting Roar, he has the frightened condition, but it doesn't mention anything about he is forced to run or anything, right?
He can't willingly move closer to me. He can make the save at the end of his turn. He has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Perfect. He's going to... Cowards, stay and fight to the death! And although he is scared of roulette, he's still going to try and make an attack against... I think the T-Rex. He thinks he can knock it out of its form. So he'll use both attacks, but those are going to be at disadvantage per frightened. So multi-attack. No advantage, actually disadvantage. Okay.
Hey, look at that juicy line of soldiers.
If I had one more spell slot.
If I had to use my
14
javelin.
will still hit the T-Rex, I think, and you take 18 slashing damage. Concentration check, please.
If this guy doesn't knock Rome out of the form before he dies, his only mission in life,
His soul's gonna come back after us.
just pokeball.
Show me concentration.
Concentration.
Sorry, my computer keeps freezing.
You can do it. You can do it.
Jesus.
Second swing, disadvantage.
Oh.
15 will still hit, and 8. Taking another 26 damage to your form. It actually, what was your hit points? Because
I was
it
gonna say.
might have actually injured your real form rather than ending the concentration.
I was at 41.
After the previous 18.
Oh, sorry.
So it was an 18 and a 26 for a total of 40.
Okay, so 3 damage would carry over.
Yeah.
So 3 damage carries over. Rome becomes Rome again. And
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
I will
Toby
stay
Rama
flying
take
in the
entire
air.
house.
You cannot stay flying in the air. You are a flying creature, not held aloft by something like the fly spell. So I need you to please make an acrobatics check as you fall. Your wings try and adjust, and you still have your fly speed. You're just reactionarily falling. Okay, so you take 5 or half damage and are not knocked prone. However, Rome, he's going to fall directly on you, so I'd like a save from Rome. Actually, you know what we'll do? Actually, never mind. We'll just have you take the same damage Toby's going to take on his way down. You both take 3 damage as you fall, as you kind of collapse onto each other. Toby, go ahead and make a concentration check, I guess.
On 1 damage, because it brought me from 2 temps into my damage.
Oh,
Beacon of
no!
Hope- the Beacon of Hope hasn't been doing too much, so I'm not too concerned, but I am potentially ready to use my medallion luck point on this. No need.
Yeah, you definitely succeed. And as he cuts through, and the sort of tree form of Rome splits apart and reveals Rome's form there as Toby falls. I cut you down virtually myself. Remember that there are more Reavers where I come from. What damage might they do? And then he pulls from his pocket a vial. Not a teardrop vial or anything like that you've seen some people use, but a potion bottle. Uses a bonus action to drink it. And I need to look up the spell really quickly. I have it right here.
You can't teleport as
No. No. Damn the mage. He tricked me.
Ah! And just begins to yell and rage in frustration. It has been his turn. Toby, you are up.
It was water.
a little bit of food coloring.
I will think to Telperion. Do you want me to try to heal you, or do you want me to paralyze him?
I'm gonna read his mind I can, so I don't care. I can heal myself. It's fine.
Sure. I'll cast Hold Person on the Reaver and drop Beacon of Hope.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Oh,
Where
also,
is-
the Reaver gets a Wisdom save against the fear.
That is true. At the end of his turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so this save is for fear. He does not succeed on the fear. He's still
Scaredy
frightened.
cat.
Hold person wisdom save. He does not have anything that can get him out of this or help in any way. What's your DC?
18.
This is set 18, so he has to roll a 17 or higher. 4 out of 20, 20% chance this goes well for him. See, like the veins on his neck start to protrude as he's like trying to yell, but his whole body is paralyzed right now.
And anything else to do? So that's DC 10, and that was sketch. There's that. I will fly like to the top of this tree, or like try and fly into its branches for like cover.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Beacon of Hope is down.
Correct.
Okay. Drasting soldier. He's gonna forsake his advantage, join his allies. Who's he gonna try and shoot at? I think Telperion's just the closest person, so we'll target Telperion with a heavy crossbow shot.
Lovely.
I catch
You
the
just see
arrow.
him like literally running while shooting. Just leave, the Reaver's done for, and just starts making his way, pushing past or trying to push past his allies. He doesn't get very far, but a shot at you along the way, but you just completely telekinetically pause it in front of you. Your turn, Telperion.
Jerry, Rome, Alfie, can you stop the soldiers? And then I'm going to.
I got him.
I'm gonna just like pivot in front of this guy, and like just make eye contact with him. Is he facing Toby or Roulette?
Is the Reaver facing? The
Yeah,
Reaver's
Rome.
facing Rome.
Okay, and I want to step in front of him and Rome. And I'm just gonna like lock eyes with him. I'm gonna use my bonus action to Psionic Surge, just heal myself. A D10.
Are your boots still active?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But
If you're still intending, your boots are active, but if you're intending to get there, then yeah, Roman, he will take some damage.
Oh, okay, they each take 3 damage. So,
Alfie and oh wait, did you go left or which? I think it doesn't matter. Never mind.
I
Never mind.
pivot. Oh, I guess that's Alfie too.
Alfie and I take 3 more damage.
I will dim the boots at this point. I'll just not do the damage to any of you because I don't need it. Like I think at this point, I can just drop it.
Your hits are criticals as well.
Oh, good to know.
Mike's trying to rack up damage points against us.
So the main thing is the 6 plus 10 heal or 9 heals, so I heal 15 with the Psionic Surge, and I want him to see the Psionic Surge specifically as like kind of like a little bit of my hair blows back. And then I'm gonna look at his eyes, and then he's gonna hear my voice, and he's gonna hear the question, and he's not gonna see me talking. He's gonna hear the question in his mind. Which mage are you speaking of? And then I want to use my action to cast Detect Thoughts.
Very cool. Okay. Action detect thoughts with telekinetic thing. He's frightened, fearful, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give him disadvantage on this whiz save.
DC 15.
Definitely fails. As you ask him that question, you see a look of surprise as you're talking into his mind without opening your mouth. And you just get a few images from what his brain is processing, and he's thinking of Forest Hollow, and you see the town hall building mostly destroyed, and you see go ahead and make a perception check, actually.
13. No, 14.
You see. Do I have a picture of him that I can show? Hold one moment. I think I should have a picture of him. Yeah, I do. I don't remember if it's fully cut out yet or not. Pause one moment. Yeah, it's not cut out, but it'll do the job. Let me know if this shows up on everyone's map or everyone's screen. Did that blow up for people?
Yes.
It is a tall, lithe, thin individual that is occupying sort of what used to be the kitchen space, which has been retrofitted for like a supply and arcane component space for use by this mage in Forest Hollow's town hall. You also, due to your perception check, you also see from the viewpoint of this Reaver's vantage point, you see two other Reavers in the room at essentially this mage's command, assumedly. But you have now put eyes on the fact that there are at least two more Reavers and that mage at Forest Hollow.
Okay. So I think we're just in like a stasis right now. I don't think he gets to resist anymore. Like I think I can use an additional action next turn to probe deeper with more questioning. Because once I'm in, I think I'm in. So, and I think, is that all I should get for what the initial cast, as opposed to me probing more right now?
Yeah, for that action, that's the information you got.
Okay, excellent. So that was my action. That's my bonus action. I dimmed the boots, and that's my turn.
Perfect.
Tim, unmuted.
I'm unmuted. You go ahead.
Yeah, with that, it is.
I got removed from the turn order.
Oh, I might not have added you back in when I put you to roam form. Apologies.
I think it was 18. Just.
Yeah. It is being difficult for me today. Perfect. With that, Jurassic Soldier dash off screen, booking it. Then it's Jiri's turn.
All right. I'm gonna run 40 feet towards these guys up to there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my action to like kind of have a little like spiel to them, but I will illusion myself, and which I think is just a free action to drop
the spell. As long as that's within the wording of the spell, hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure. For disguise self, let me look it up.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it that I can see. So
I'm pretty sure any spell you can just drop. Yeah. Anyway, so I drop it back to Jiri, and I will yell to them all. It is I, Jajiri. You have come across the lightning crew from Jawland. You have no chance to stand up to any of us. We are here hunting down anybody wearing metal, and you all are deemed having been found wearing metal armor. Therefore, we have slayed all of you. It is no point for you to all die. Lay down your arms and we will take care of you. No worries about your reavers. We will hunt them down and kill them as well. So, if you want to live, lay down your arms, surrender, and we shall take care of you. Now you might have noticed that your reaver there slew our giant monster, but it was a trap. That giant monster was a trick. We have fooled him. It was made out of wood and sticks. So basically, you guys didn't do any damage to us.
Perfect. You spend 5 rounds saying this to them. No, sounds good. Go ahead and make an intimidation check. The one that went off screen continues to book it. These other 4 drop their weapons and kneel to the ground.
Okay, come closer. Move in. Come here. Gather around, everyone.
They might try and gather around on their turn, but that'll do it for Jiri's turn unless there's any bonus action stuff. But
You just blast them with water for fun.
Why waterboard them?
Be purified.
No.
All right. Rome, you are up.
All right, so these guys are like not moving away anymore.
You see many of them, 4 of them, over near Jiri, barely past some tree cover, throw down their weapons and kneel.
I promised them protection. Don't kill them. Kill that guy that's running away.
And as they kneel, you see the Reaver look back at them and say, "You disgrace our homeland."
It's a Judas.
All right. I am going to. All right, I'll spike growth the dude who's running away.
Ooh.
What's the distance on spike growth?
150 feet.
Ooh. Damn. Yeah, you see him running. You barely have eyes on him. and you just you see him running, and then you just throw down, and you don't even see your vines conjured. You just see him, and then he just falls and is ripped to shreds.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
That's all. Oh, bonus action to hide.
Okay. How are you hiding yourself and from whom?
I'm
Hide behind me.
This is my usual natures. I just don't really want to be out in the open. So I'm gonna hide amongst the dead bodies.
Okay, so you just kind of cling to the warg form over here and just kind of prevent yourself from being seen. That's enough cover to hide behind with a 20. The Reaver might know where you went, but no one has eyes on you. Most people don't have any clue. Perfect. With that, Roulette, it is your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna do fun, weird stuff. We're gonna do fun, weird stuff. I think Jiri's handling up there. I am going to start going Wanda Maximoff mode. My flail is down at my side, and seeing Telperion do his mind reading stuff, because I know what his mind reading looks like. I've seen him do this detect thoughts thing. I am going to step up behind the Reaver, and I'm going to take out a tool that I've used for Vortex Warp in the past. And I'm going to touch it to my ring. And as I'm touching it to my ring, I'm going to place my hand on the side of the head of the Reaver. And I am going to start whispering, "You're going to tell us everything we need to know. You're going to tell us where y'all are based, and you're going to help us kill them." And I would like to use the Ring of the Grammarian to change Vortex Warp to Cortex Warp to try to alter the brain of this Reaver guy in front of me.
The darkest thing Roulette's ever done.
Okay.
Holy
fuck. Very awesome. Give me just a moment to adapt here.
You mean you weren't expecting that?
I did text him.
Oh, he was expecting it.
I had an idea that was coming. As soon as he said Vortex Warp Ring, I'm like, oh, Cortex Warp. I just want to be careful because, okay.
And I will say this: I am upcasting it to 3rd level. So
okay, that matters. Yeah. Okay.
Vortex Warp is 2nd level, and I will upcast it to use my last 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
Wow. I can't believe you changed Vortex Warp. I was like, is he gonna do Vortex Warp or Worm or?
What's your DC? Is it 17?
Believe it is. It's a 17.
You touch sort of the back of his neck where the spinal cord kind of meets the brain stem, and you feel your surge of magical improv affect his mind, start rewiring it. But this is harder than you thought it might be. And rather than a constitution saving throw for a vortex warp, I gave him a disadvantage wisdom saving throw for essentially a stronger version of the suggestion spell. However, even though he's frightened, there's something resilient in this Reaver's mind, his feral nature, his brutal sense of self, and he refuses to succumb to your spell.
I will put my hand down and I'll just say, Alfie, and I will dump 3 charges, 3, 4, 5, so 5d4 plus 5 into the Reaver.
Okay.
Oops, did that wrong.
Because his... Yeah, he won't get it.
18 damage.
He looks up at you with rage. He's still fearful of you, but he just wants death for you, Roulette. And as Alfie is in slow-mo, as darts of arcane force start to bludgeon his body apart, you see him grab his axe in his retaliation strike, but it's not his turn yet, so he can't quite use a reaction. And he's just doing this, and then his arm is blasted off his body by the final magic missile. How do you kill him?
The final one hits him in the head, right where my hand was.
Shrapnel, arm blasted off, and right as you pull your hand away, head detonated.
Can I say neck? Because I'm actively thinking of, we were speaking with Dead earlier today, and I'm keeping the head intact.
Give me a sleight of hand check for Alfie.
Sure. I don't know what that. He's
so see how disfigured the head is with a magic dart of force to the neck. Okay,
13.
yeah, his neck just erupts in viscera, just flies everywhere, and the head just rolls to the side. And you have killed the Reaver, and all the on-map individuals have surrendered. So I think this is a good point to both end the combat, unless there's other attacks you guys want to be doing, but otherwise could be a good opportunity for bio break before we come back to this spot.
Break time!
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck? Court, Jesus Christ, that's so cool.
MK, I'm like 3/4 of the way done with Tress of the Emerald Sea.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I like it. She reminds me a lot of Roulette. Like Roulette if she didn't grow up like educated. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. She's very ingenious.
Yes, resourceful. It's a good book. I like it. Very. I don't want to, in case it's spoilers, but the whole midnight essence part is pretty interesting.
Uh-huh. The connections that are there
Yes.
really made me be like, wait.
Yeah.
But they're not like important or like super important to the story. But yeah, it's really cool.
Lots of connections back to Mistborn too, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess the next secret project is the one of the 4 that he said is very much not Cosmere related at all. So, so I'm interested in that.
Fun. Yeah, that'll be interesting. It's fun when it's connected though, but we'll see what it's like.
And I think it's gonna really start ramping up the crossovers, but how it's been so far, where it's just like reminding you that they're in the same universe,
yeah,
but not relying on it, has been enjoyable.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten the shipping update yet, so I don't know when mine is coming.
Did you get the books?
I didn't back, so I bought Tress outright, and I'm just still waiting because I guess they're having troubles with production.
It's an absolutely gorgeous book. I don't know. You read the audio, right?
Yes.
Or listened to the audio. There's some really cool pictures in it. Where is?
Which I think found that out and then took the time to. I think they're on his website.
You've looked at them?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are like full art pictures, which are pretty cool. I'm trying to find like I don't know if you can see it, but like going into the Crimson Sea, yeah, pretty sick.
Chris, we cannot hear you currently.
I was just gonna say, it looks like I could hear the battle music on Tim and Alex's screen, and it looks like you guys got disconnected from the session, so you might just need to rejoin so that the right music's playing. Because it's just chiller music now that combat's not in the midst.
It's my first time.
I gotta make time for Way of Kings soon, but haven't been able to do that yet.
Tress was my first audiobook I did on Spotify, and it worked nicely. They're newly getting into audiobook stuff there, so.
Oh, is that covered under premium?
No, you still have to purchase the book. In my case, I bought a bundle through the author's website, and so they provided me with a code to redeem it through Spotify. But I think in general they're like $10-15, similar to Audible purchases.
Interesting.
Makes sense. I'm surprised they haven't done more audiobook stuff sooner on Spotify. Well, cool. Well, you guys now stand here in the aftermath of killing the Reaver, most of the soldiers, forcing a few of them to surrender. What are you guys all doing?
I'm going to gather all the prisoners to me. Like, gather around, come here.
I'm gonna really abruptly turn away from this guy and move over. I'm gonna do a psionic push thing, the telekinetic shove. I'm gonna pull one towards me. So strength save on one.
You're gonna pull them away from Jiri?
But yeah, I'm just grabbing one of them.
Oh, careful though, Telperion. They are under our protection.
Sure,
I mean,
but
Big T. Sorry, I didn't mean to say your name. He's Big T. We're the Lightning Crew. We're here from Jawland to kill anybody wearing metal. So you should probably take your metal armor off.
and I'm just not pausing for Jerry's anything, because I don't have a lot of time. So I'm gonna mind sliver this guy and like loom over him.
Okay. Int save on his
Int
part,
save,
probably.
15.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, what was that?
And I like pull him towards me, and I say, "All right, think really carefully about how you want this to go for you." And I'm gonna detect thoughts him.
Can you detect thoughts again?
Yeah, it's active for a minute, and I can do it on multiple people.
Oh, I see what you were saying. You're just shifting because it was in. Got it. Okay.
And he's got a D4 reduced from that. Doesn't matter.
Yep. Definitely fails. You detect thoughts, and he says, "I don't have to tell you anything." Is his response, but from his thoughts you get, "Shit, how are we gonna warn the rest of the forces at Force Hollow?"
And he hears in his mind as I'm like, "What will the mage say when the Reaver doesn't come back?"
What mage? And you hear in his mind, "What mage?"
Then I ask him, "Have you seen the Arknight there?"
Yark Knight. He literally answers this, and you get a simultaneous response in his head. Why would he ever waste his time at Force Hollow? We're nothing. We were sent there as punishment for not being loyal to the Durastian mainland forces. We forced to just shack up at this nothing town and just keep it as our own. Prevent intruders from taking it back.
And the bugbears?
He spits when you say the bugbears, but in his mind, you get the sense that that was reinforcements they gathered out of convenience from a tribe nearby west of Force Hollow.
Does anyone else have a question before this burns away? I ask y'all.
Have they seen a orcish ranger near Force Hollow?
So if Toby asks that, I'll just
Yeah.
listen to the thoughts to see if the guy reacts.
As you say that,
Pass that backwards.
he says, I don't know anything about any orcish woman. And then his head says, oh shit, he didn't say woman.
So you have seen her?
No.
And
Yeah, from his final thing from his mind is honestly no, he hasn't seen her. But they're aware of something about her.
Baron, ask how many. I mean, Big T, ask how many soldiers they have in Force Hollow.
you will have to do this with good old-fashioned questions at this point.
We can
All
ask
right.
them more questions tomorrow and get truthful answers out of them tomorrow. I can enforce that.
Or we can question each of them individually and see who's truthful and who's not. Anybody not truthful will probably get waterboarded. Probably.
Toby Rama, with your high passive perception, you specifically hear the smallest crack of a branch some 40 feet behind you, and you turn around and you just see very quickly hiding themselves the form of Fennin, having sort of followed you. You don't have eyes on Yuri right now, but following you, trying to keep up to date on your status back a ways, not wanting to expose herself to Durast. You just know she's near.
I'll head off from the party and let them continue and go over to her. Before I do that, tell Pyrian, how injured are you looking?
All on better.
I'll just put a hand on you and give you 9 more HP.
Thank you.
And then I'll make my way over to be near Fennin.
Okay. As you head over in that direction, you see Yuri as well, hiding in a bush another 20 feet from her. She was willing to get a little closer to the situation to see it. And you just hear Yuri say, "Can we have our home back?"
The bad people who came here aren't going to be causing trouble around here anymore. And I'm not going to hide this from you. It looks like they kind of destroyed everyone's houses, so it might take time to rebuild, but this can be a home again in time.
You see him sort of puzzled, processing the information, some good, some bad in there. And he just slinks up next to Fennin and just like kind of grasps onto her sort of dangling tassel skirt at her side and just kind of holds on to her.
And I'll just stick around them and keep an eye out, being okay to just be silent around them.
Fennin puts one hand on your shoulder just for a moment and then lets go. What are the rest of you doing?
Burlette, you're good at knots. Come help me tie these guys up.
1 second, Jerry. Can I attempt to identify the potion bottle, if there are any remnants of it in there, or anything on
Are
the
you utilizing the identify spell, or are you utilizing sort of natural scientific method type
I want
analysis?
to cast identify
Okay.
as quickly as possible. Yeah.
You cast identify on the single drop left leaking out of the potion bottle, and by the time you understand what it means and does, you look down and the Reaver's body is gone. And then a few seconds later, it appears again. And over the course of the next minute, sporadically, with no clearly identifiable pattern, it shunts in and out of existence. It was a potion of blink.
Interesting.
That's pretty weird.
But for that to have been a consumable, somewhat high tier magical effect, that's like not a cheap resource he had on him. But as you know, with the identification of that spell, the reliability of blink is kind of haphazard. So he might have thought he was being tricked, but the potion seemed fully potent and effective. Just didn't help him escape
In that first round.
In that round, yeah.
I'll head over to Jiri and I'll bring along Alfie to help tend to the guards and get him tied up.
A couple of them continue to struggle a little bit, reluctant to give in fully, but they've already sort of made their decision to surrender to Jiri. So you're able to easily tie them, satisfactory knots.
Once the body of the Reaver stops blinking, I want to search it for anything else. Having seen the potion and like knowing he's got some connection.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
3 plus 7, so a 10.
+7 for 10 total. You get the basics. He had affixed to his belt pouch, easily retrievable, 2 tomahawk throwing axes. He has splint armor on, medium armor. His battle axe or great axe, although it had chopped heavily into trunk-like thighs of this T-Rex, as well as a couple attacks on you guys, you would think it would have some scuff marks and stuff, but it seems particularly resilient and honed edge. And you suspect, even with a not super high investigation check, that is likely magically enhanced great axe in some way.
Okay. Battle axe or great axe? Or they're the same?
Specifically, great axe. It's the two-handed 1d12 version, not the smaller versatile
Okay.
one.
I'll snag all that stuff.
Okay. Noticeably, no coin on him. And I'll just say for assuming there's a quick pat down of the rest of the people here, no coin on any of them.
We might want to revisit the shore where they were loading.
The soldier said something.
Also, where did they come from? Right, these guys were up north somewhere. We should go investigate that way too.
So I learned a few things from reading their minds. They were stationed in Falls Hollow. There are 3 rivers in total. This one was receiving orders or directions or something from a mage. I got eyes on him, and it seems like he gave him this potion. And then that one said, and I say this away from the other soldiers. That one said that these soldiers were sent here as a punishment, and to them, at least only the soldiers believed, Falls Hollow was nothing special, and this was a resupply.
Yeah, maybe they
I don't know
into the forest to try and earn back some good faith.
Well, I don't. They were sent because something of they dishonored or was. I don't think they were deserters, but they weren't high esteemed Durastian soldiers. And the Bugbear Alliance was short lived.
That's okay. Their rehabilitation starts today. They're going to be good guys from here on out.
A few of them sort of exchange looks and glances across the course of any conversations.
I did specifically say.
I know you said you're away from them. Yeah, I know.
Jiri's been talking to them this entire time. Like
that's kind of what I figured. When we
keeping
got
them
back to Jiri,
just feeding them like false information, just to keep them confused.
Okay.
At some point, I will ask Telperion to help me start going through houses that are broken down.
Oh, sure.
Gather bodies, and I'll even return.
There are a few charred corpses you find along the way.
And I'll ask through Telperion to Fennon if they had a graveyard of any sort.
Also, with you being a perception-based person, as the adrenaline of combat is sort of settling down a little bit, you notice for the first time this sort of almost sour, acrid smell in the air. It's not sort of a normal smell of forest fire, where it's almost, in some senses, can be pleasant, the smell of burning wood. There's something truly foul about just the stench that just hovers in the air. It was easy to not notice it during combat, but now that you're just searching around, occasionally you'll move a timber or a plank of wood and dust will settle and kick up, and you're really having to put your face back a bit with just the stench of likely whatever alchemical component was involved in the burning of this place.
So there's no like direction that's coming from. It's just like radiating from the area.
It's just kind of perfusing this entire vicinity of burned land. Go ahead and give me investigation check, Toby Rama, as you're sort of parting through. Yeah. Other than a couple charred corpses that clearly weren't able to make it out in time, and there are a dozen or so of those. Otherwise, just heaps of burnt wood. You don't even find any real usable supplies. Who knows how long Durast has been here, searching for anything usable, but no tattered rags or cloths or bits of armor or weapons. There's nothing really of use amongst these ruined abodes.
I like having smelled the air and knowing that this is alchemical, and also having seen the vision of the mage. Can I just like use my knowledge of alchemy to kind of try to gauge like where maybe parts of like the fire were started, and like what is this alchemist fire or something different than what I would be familiar with?
Sure. Go ahead and make a what's sort of an appropriate check here? Do you typically nature for this kind of thing? It's essentially your potion proficiency
Yeah.
plus intelligence.
11.
11.
Wait. Yeah, 11.
Definitely no smell you've smelled before. It doesn't ring a bell for types of alchemical mixtures you've used in the past. There's not a clearly identifiable source of this fire, but it's clear. It's pretty clear where its boundaries are, where the rest of the thriving forest, maybe 100 feet in that direction, 100 feet in that direction, were sort of that was the boundary where it had stopped. But anything within this swath of swampland is burned or quelched by swamp terrain water.
Yeah, so unless Toby would be interested in beginning to spend the rest of the night potentially finding a place to start digging holes, burying bodies, and would ask for any help from the party if they want to, and maybe see if Fennin is interested in helping out, unless we have something more immediate we intend to do.
Fennin will approach Telperion and think to you, do you mind being my mouthpiece again for a moment? There's far more devastation here than even I suspected there might be in the aftermath. With such death and destruction around us, as well as the stench, I don't believe, unless we can find the supplies they may have recuperated, I don't wish to linger here for long, especially with the little one. I thought perhaps maybe some shelter had been left alone or not sundered, or that maybe refugees might still exist and have come back here. I certainly didn't expect these forces to still be here. It's becoming clear to me that there's nothing here for us.
I'll share all that. And then I'll tell her out loud so Yuri can hear it. We've settled refugees in an elvish ruin not far from here, and you would be most welcome. Yuri, you could see a temple made by elves, very old ones. You could look for
Would any of our
safety.
people be there?
I don't know, but we might hear rumor of where they've gone.
Okay. Fennin shows some interest in that as well.
They were heading north. Do we want to go see if they have some supplies or boats or something to the north of here? I guess we could ask them.
Fennin will just respond, more than willing to allow you all to search the area if you think something could be of value. Let us look. And if the whole crew is interested in wandering north for a little bit, it's not even half a mile to the coast, but as you guys venture up in that direction, you see an array of rowboats, 8 or 9 of them, sturdy of make. Some are packed with basic meats that had been cooked or left uninjured by the fire. A couple burlap sacks, a few weapons. There are some supplies that Durast was able to load onto boats just west of that other rowboat you had found further to the east. Not more than a couple 100 yards west of that location.
Jiri, we can't bring those Durastians into the Ileolol ruins.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep them outside. I'll keep an eye on them. I need to rehabilitate them.
We're gonna have to kill them, Jiri.
Don't say it in front of them.
I'm not. I wouldn't. We're like if we walked away.
Why do we have to kill them?
Look at what they did.
Yeah, because they're evil. They need to learn to be good.
I don't think that's something they're interested in doing.
Have you asked?
We could ask Fennin, whose home this was, if she has any interest in watching us do that. But I don't think we have the time.
What do you mean?
We can't pause to rehabilitate people who have done this.
Oh, we're gonna have to bring them somewhere then.
Into the heart of the refugees whose home they've taken.
I don't know. What about your elf friends? Maybe they could keep an eye on them for a little bit.
My most trusted allies were hardly allowed to enter Moonset. Do you think the enemy... They're just grunts. They can't even tell us anything helpful. No one beyond us is going to care about their well-being.
Yeah, but what if they're really nice and they become allies? What if they were just born in Duras and that's why they're evil? But they could be good if they had been born in Jolland or the Moonset Grove.
Or look at everyone else to kind of see what everyone else's take is.
It becomes a much less easy thing to discuss when the battle has ended. It's not an easy decision, and not one I feel is fair to make without giving them a chance first. So, I think we have time to talk to them. Maybe they'll welcome it, and maybe there's a way to sanction executions, but I don't know.
Bernat, what do you think?
Could throw in one of these boats, tie him up, and just set the boat adrift and let fortune's favor see what happens to him.
Oh, I like that even worse than just killing them.
I tend to agree with Rowlett. Just
What?
let whatever happens, happens.
No way. We either gotta kill them or rehabilitate them.
I like something Toby said. What if we separate them? Offer them death or some form of rehabilitation where they turn on Durast and they vow to help those they've harmed. See if they're even interested in that. See what they say, and we could do it one-on-one, and I will kill any of them who choose death.
Let's put them to work. Maybe we can make them rebuild this village.
Village is beyond repair.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Ask Rome, do you think
they got a lot of work to do?
They'd have to be supervised, and then they'd go find the bugbears.
Yeah, I'll watch them.
I'll watch
We have a life, Jerry. We have people to go help now.
Yeah, I think Toby would... I'd like to speak to them individually. I think that's smart rather than all together. I don't see a point in waiting.
Yeah. Toby, you can be nice to them. I'll be kind of mean to them. I'll waterboard them if they're misbehaving. And then if they're really bad, Telpiran will be like the chopper of heads. So it's like good cop, medium cop, and bad cop.
Would you like to ask Fennin what she thinks?
Yes, certainly. This, I mean, if we think about being lawful, it's the people of this place's jurisdiction to judge.
I'll kind of think some of what we just said over with Fennin and see if she has a take.
I'll walk over to you all, sort of shepherd Yuri into your sort of protective space. And she'll push past you and find this one soldier that Telperion had injured. And the rest of them all kind of look up at her, and their eyes kind of widen with recognition of a member of the populace of this place. And she thinks to you, Telperion. I do not fault you. You, Telperion, I do not fault you all for considering staying your hands. But I cannot. And she shifts her form, and she takes on more exaggerated feline features, and a long, elongated claw comes out of each of her nails, and with a horizontal slash, a spray of blood from the throat of this individual sprays into the environment, and he falls dead.
Pick up Yuri and I walk away.
And then she just walks away, back toward the direction of Yuri. Not trying to kill the other three, but indulging a moment of pure hate.
I'll walk over in front of the other three. And just kind of crouch and kind of get on a level with them as they're kneeling. I don't think that's unfair for her to have made that decision. You burned down her home. You killed the majority of people she's ever known.
The one closest to you, as you're saying this to them, spits toward your direction and says, "You kill unarmed soldiers. You're cowards."
What do you suggest we do with you? Can't really let you go warn Force Hollow. Can't let you keep raiding villages out here.
I'm prepared to accept my fate. The other two look a little less confident in that.
To die fulfilling orders is fine, and we will offer that to you.
He doesn't speak for us. We have no love for our country anymore. Occupying Force Hollow's fine. It's a life. Not a good one, mind you. We'll do what we can to aid you. Let us live.
I don't even think Toby needs to roll. I think he is just they're ready to start saying stuff to survive. Okay. We will let the two of you take one of these rowboats, and we will watch you sail east. You will not sail west, back towards Creatia or Duress. We will watch you sail east, and you will go try shed your armor so you don't stand out. Go to Belladonia. Try to repent. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Make a persuasion check. And somehow, even in this already cold environment, rather than the bitter cold of just approaching, or you're in winter, even if snowfall is not heavily in the Emerald Forest at this time, something about it calms for you just in a moment, and you feel a similar cool, comforting sensation rather than bitter cold. It reminds you of the environmental feeling you have when the Deva of Kelemvor is at your side. almost like he's trusting your judgment. With a 10, they seem whether desperate to survive or bluffing, you're not sure, but they seem receptive to the idea. They nod along.
Christopher, quick question. Aquilari, the steed, it was able to walk through rough terrain, but it was water. Can it walk on water or no? It was just rough terrain. It was able to get over.
It specifically walked atop the surface of tar that should have sank in, not only impeding it like as difficult to bring across, but it should have sank into it. It walked easily across the surface of that tar.
Yeah.
Let us go. We will sail east, of course. The others, the ones on the beach, further east, they shouldn't have had many supplies stocked on their canoe. We can empty that canoe and we'll take it east immediately. Just let us live.
Don't know if you've ever had a chance to really direct your life, so I'm providing you with a very clear chance to direct your life in a way you want. So, I would ask one other of the party to accompany me, or the whole group or whatever, but I will leave behind the one kneeling and kind of give Telperion the nod like he is accepting execution.
I'll come over. I go up to Jiri. Jiri, I have a question for you. Can you come with me for a second? And like have you gather. Can I use your sword?
Why?
Because you embedded a wood elven blade into it, and this was the home of wood elves. And this man helped kill their people.
Yeah, I still don't know if we should kill them, but okay.
This one said he accepted death, and we're letting 2 go, so 2 of 4 are getting the rehabilitation you sought.
I disagree with letting them go, but I think you should ask this guy some questions. Read his mind before you kill him.
I've already done that today.
Well, we can wait until tomorrow.
Sure.
Toby, I'll come with you to the other 2.
And we'll escort the 2 of them to a rowboat, give them some of the supplies. We'll unload probably most of it, enough for them to sail across the Arbor Lock and feasibly get to Belladonna.
They eagerly, but slowly and cautiously begin to row away with whatever.
Before they go, I'm gonna put 2 stones in the middle of the boat, like in between them. One is going to be glowing red. One is just going to be humming really loudly. Now, this one you shouldn't touch because it's helping us going to keep track of you, make sure we know where you're going. This one you really don't want to touch because you just don't want to touch it. Have a nice boat ride and enjoy your trip east.
Go ahead and make a deception or intimidation check.
I'll make that a 10. I'll add a 3rd rock.
Okay. They seem cautious, not sure what it does. They don't seem outright fearful, but they certainly regard the location of where you set those in the canoe. But otherwise, they will begin to sail eastward. Right as the sun dips below horizon in the west, you can see the transition from sort of auburns and purples and magentas to a more deep indigo blue in the east. And they sail off in that direction until you eventually lose sight of them. Telperion, are you taking Jiri's sword?
Well, I think he decided. He talked me into waiting until tomorrow.
Oh, for execution, okay.
Yeah, after we can read a mind. Jiri, I will tell you, I already read the mind of one of them, and they don't know anything.
Yeah, but maybe they know a little bit.
We can wait a night.
I don't know. I'm still trying to convince you guys that we shouldn't kill them.
convince us not to kill 2 of them. This one asked for death.
Well, and not let them go because they're probably just going to rejoin the Durest army.
Jerry, if it makes you feel better, I don't think any of us are happy with any of how this has gone.
Yeah.
So it's compromise on all ends.
True.
But they did kill elves, and you're going to find little pity from me for them, so make pleas to the others for their reformation, but...
Well, that's why I think letting them off the hook and just releasing them is the worst option of them all.
Shall we rest for the evening then?
Yeah, I think we got to discuss.
Away from the smell of the village.
You also know you're pretty close to ruins you know the location of. Based on your smell from previously, Toby, sleeping in this vicinity may have hazards with it.
So we want to get away from the area.
Definitely welcome to do that. You guys want to camp out in the forest near here?
Is the beach safe
Is the beach safe?
from the
Is that what
smell?
you said? Oh, if you go north to the beach, sort of, especially with the wind off the lakefront, definitely disperses that density of scent. So yeah, beach could be safe.
Is the water like clean and safe?
In the village?
No. Like if we were to camp out, so on the beach, is that water like safe?
Has any of like the contamination reached into the lake?
Unsure how that chemical component affects a body of water as large as a lake, but you could check it out.
Could I I don't know, go over there and check it?
Sure. What do you do to check it?
I taste some of it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Okay. It's not particularly yummy. I mean, it's fresh water from a lake, so it's not filtered. It's not that suitable for drinking, but it can function. It's not like bad for you like ocean water might be. It doesn't immediately poison you or anything.
Well, if we're concerned about the land, we could sleep underwater.
Whoa, how does that work?
I could give us the power to breathe water
For how long?
for 24 hours.
That's a long time.
Breathing aside, could we rest underwater?
What was that?
Breathing aside, would we be able to rest well in the cold lake in the winter?
That's a great
Why don't
question.
we could just hike a mile towards the Alelo ruins and wait. But I mean, we could go now if it wasn't for that soldier. We should probably just make a decision one way or another about.
I say we just stay on the beach, right where we are. I think it's close enough to Ben and Yuri's home. We camped out on the beach last night. We can just do it again tonight. Keep an eye out for any lockjawed wolven things again, though.
What time is it?
By this time, after sort of setting the soldiers off eastward, communicating on how to move forward on tonight, there's barely any light in the sky left, so it's essentially becoming dark. Therefore, like 5 or 6-ish in the evening at this time of year. You guys are definitely able to post up on the beach. You've got many canoes around you that you can sort of watch over, make sure they're not captured or taken or any threat. I assume you keep the Durastian soldier affixed to his bindings. Is anyone gonna sort of stay up with him to make sure he doesn't try anything?
Oh no, we like tie him to a tree.
Yeah, keep him bound, get him to affixed to something so he can't move of his own.
We'd also try to consolidate before we go down as many goods onto like the fewest number of boats as possible. We could take these to the Layla ruins. I'm sure they're hot up for supply.
Yes, that was certainly something I've been thinking about.
Although they do belong to Fennin. But Fennin, if we take you to ruins, this could be a stop for you there.
Fennin will think to you and communicate that they're not our boats.
The goods we use.
But the goods, better they go to someone that can use them. Okay. Well, functionally, we can sort of pick back up from here maybe next time with the long rest on the beach.
Critter, can I, small thing, I'll grab Telperion or Jiri or someone. I want to attempt to excavate the armor off of that warg that was, that Jiri had slain, to just try and get the armor off of it.
Not very hard to do, although it is very effective and catered to its form. It's very simple, banged iron barding, just affixed to it with straps and stuff. So after a couple buckles and stuff, you're able to gather as much functional of it as you can. It's effectively the weight of plate armor, but it's just iron. So if you
how
find
heavy is
value for it, I think like 55 or 85 pounds, I kind of forget, but it's rather heavy.
I'll text you about it, but I think I can get that in the book because we said it was like
You
a
might be
medium
able to.
thing or smaller on a single page. So I'll put one page in the.
It might take 4 pages worth to store that based on that size of the creature, but we'll see. We can text about it and hone
Okay.
it. But
Yeah.
some of it might be able to fit in the book for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we call
Otherwise,
it?
we'll pick back up from the long rest after having cleared Aenalad of whatever threat existed there, with one Durastine soldier still captive.
I wish
And
there was a way to track individual people's roles more easily, because I would love to see how many concentration checks Rome had to make as T-Rex.
All of them.
Yeah, I think I missed 2 of them because I was 2.
I think you
But
only missed one because that
technically
last
one. Yeah, the last one that you failed, you didn't even need to make because it knocked you out of that form anyway.
Oh,
so I think,
I
yeah,
see. Okay.
yeah, only one of them.
Only
I think
one.
is you becoming Rome
60
again.
damage worth, right? How much health does a T-Rex?
136 damage.
130
And-
damage. Wow.
And she took like 30, 20, something like that before the first one dropped, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, GG on the tank.
And she was healed as part of that through life transference, so
that's right.
ton of damage mitigation toward Rome. Yeah. Also, you guys all did awesome stuff during the combat and stuff. Does anyone have a proponent for point of inspiration for today? I have a
What stood out?
I would happily nominate. It
T-Rex
wasn't
tank.
didn't end up being successful, but I'm somewhat interested
Cortex
in
warp.
nominating the Cortex Warp.
Dude,
Yeah.
I had no idea where you were going with
That's what I was
that word.
thinking.
Cool. That was a couple thumbs up all around. So roulette, point of inspiration.
Woo!
Cool. Good stuff. Next time, depending on where we are. Oh, this is worthwhile. I mentioned this at the beginning to Mike and Mike, but next weekend we are in St. Louis. Mary and I and Declan are in St. Louis for the weekend, so I won't be able to do a session Saturday or Sunday. If people are interested in working in a weekday to their week, that's great. I can accommodate that. But if we just want to skip next week and do the following weekend, then that's I think what's likely more possible, if that's okay with everyone.
Skip next weekend.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's all I got for today.
All right, have a good weekend or Sunday, everybody. Nice session.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was a
Big combat
chunky
vibes.
combat, yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing left. I got 2 side eye to my name.
You guys did very well with even some limited resources available. So. Yeah. Cool. Peace, homies.
Chowder.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.